Okay, and welcome to the stream. Welcome to round 3 of the English National Leagues here at St George's Park. Today we're starting with the Men's Super League with a clash between 3rd and 4th place of Derby Phantoms and Manchester Killer Bees. These two teams are separated only in set difference, and we're about to get started. My name is Alex Hutch, and joining me in the commentary box today is Tom.
Hello, I'm here. Nice and early.
Yeah, nice and early. How was your drive?
Oh, I mean, we stayed nearby, so we're
Not too bad.
ready.
A good effort there from Dom Smith to stay alive in the middle, but unfortunately hit out by that second ball. A nice 2-ball attack from Bees, and the 1 ball bounces back, so they are able to defend with 2, and a great catch!
Ross. Yeah, he had no right to catch that then.
No.
He's probably going to slow things down. Robbie Winters. Yeah, both teams here have won all their games apart from against Bedford Rangers.
Yeah, Bedford Rangers, a very rough start at round 1 against top 2 teams, Meteors and Spartans, but a very successful second meet.
Right, Ryan Ellis with a lot to do. Time to do it.
Yeah, he's got 1 minute and 50 left.
Throwing at ball, playing it safe.
Yeah, would you have done that, or whilst they only had 1 ball in possession, would you have gone off ball, gone aggressive, tried to...
I mean, with this much time, I think he's just waiting for the right moment.
He is going to get hit out there, though. And it's a nice early lead for Bees, and they do take the first set.
Yeah, both of these teams have had a relatively easy first couple of games, looking at the teams they played here. I think this will be the first real test for both of them, apart from obviously Bedford Rangers. So this will really sort out the middle of the table early on in the season.
Although we haven't seen it being too effective just yet. Derby Phantom's very good at winning that middle ball. Dom Smith very quick, especially on the flick back.
That quick start is well rehearsed.
Yeah. Oh, Simon Tappan goes for the catch, been able to get it. Ed Raven also unable to take his. Yeah, I think as the game goes on, and the players start to get their throws in, so obviously this is both teams' first games of the day. I think as they sort of go on, I think we'll see a few more of those quick starts landing.
Robbie Winters managing to pluck a catch out there.
There are 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and Robbie Winters making a catch.
He's a black hole on the court, honestly. He's scary. You could throw 10 balls at him and he'd probably catch 3 of them. Like,
camera angle is slightly slanted to the side. I will try and fix that in a second.
Phantoms way up in this set now.
Yeah, completely different to the first set.
Going to play their classic Derby Phantoms game and just play out the set here. No risk. Safe throw in.
I mean, Bees were at least 1 player up, but that catch from Robbie has really turned the set around for them.
Catch and a couple of hits, and it right around. Ross dropping his ball, looking for the catch there. Phantoms aren't going to give him that.
Yeah, Ross, kind of the Bees of Robbie Winters, really.
Of Bees, yeah. Yeah, I mean, at this level...
Yeah, I said that wrong.
at this level, I think they know players are going to be looking for that catch. So you see so many just safe throws,
like that.
and there we go.
And a great block to follow up.
You place the ball on target, and they, at this level, singles are just going to be caught.
Simon, happy with teammates there, communicating what he wants to see next time.
He's convert the double hit there.
Yeah, so far Bees very successful on this 2-ball attack.
Robbie Winters will make the hit. Phantoms now 1 player up.
40 seconds left.
Plenty of time. We know Ross can find the catch. Phantoms will be playing it safe here.
Pro standing first. Play ball will be called.
Oh,
he's hit out first. Catch was not secure. Catch was not secure.
Rest of calling. Hit first.
Yeah, whilst it was a good catch, the second ball did strike him on the side of his arm before he was able to secure that first ball.
That's going to even things up. 2-2. 5 minutes gone. Derby Phantoms undoubtedly going to look for this quick start again. Tom Bell putting the ball on target. Matt Will blocks it down. They'll take 3 balls.
I don't know. I feel like personally, I'd be going off ball there. Just go really aggressive. Like, obviously, if they catch you, it's not great, but it's not as bad as being caught late on in the set.
I mean, there's no one to catch back in, so...
Yeah, exactly. So go aggressive, go off ball, just ping it straight through their chest. You've got the arms, Ed Raven, Tom Bell, big arms, just go for it.
Yeah, there's plenty of power in this team.
A great standing counter from Ed there, but he is going to get taken out by Matt.
Take the 1-for-1. I feel like Ross is one of those players that if you leave him in at the end, he will find a catch. So a good 1-for-1 there, getting him out nice and early. Big exchange in the middle.
There. Yeah.
It's going to be a 1-for-1. Both teams down to 4 players.
He changes to note for the B's team.
Aidan Woodall makes a return.
Aidan Woodall and Alex Bembridge. The B's a lot stronger in calibre compared to the previous rounds, a bit more consistent compared to last season. And again, congratulations to Aidan Woodall on his newborn son. Spoke to him early this morning, asked if he's had plenty of sleep ahead of today. Unsurprisingly,
no chance.
Not much. Just over halfway in this set now. We currently sit at 4 players either side.
They both really slowed it down after those first initial exchanges. Both teams just happy to take the time, play it out, take their chances towards the end.
Oh, great shot from Tom Bell.
Cross court from Tom Bell. Bembridge just caught out. B's trying to do the same back. Cross court comes in. Robbie Winson spots it. Gets out of the way. They'll stay a player up.
Ooh,
and that's a lovely shot from Tom Bell. Just too low to block there.
I'm not going to lie. All these new players that slowly come into the National League, Imi Sharp being the first, Tom Bell, Spartans have a couple of players, and Ed Fleming, Sam and Charlie. And I'm not going to lie. I'm getting really annoyed.
There's going to be some scary players in a couple of years. Oh, lovely.
Yeah, getting very annoyed because they're all really, really good, and very quickly I'm realising I'm obsolete.
Make the most of it while you can.
Yeah. 5-ball attack from Phantoms. It doesn't connect, and Adam Badley. It wasn't the biggest of dodges, but
he's got a lot to do, and he's got 2 seconds to do it, and that's the time.
Yeah.
Phantoms will go up 4-2 here.
Sorry, after you.
Been a slow game so far. It's probably going to go no more than 5 sets and a half. I wouldn't say.
I would agree. I think so far this season, I've been really impressed by Derby Phantoms. Obviously, newly promoted after coming second in Men's League 1 last season, and so far they have, really demonstrated they are, they are very worthy of being in Men's Super League. Johnson doesn't take the catch there. Yeah, really impressive so far. I think we've had wins against Coventry Silverbacks, Nottingham Sheriffs,
and Wessex.
Only losing to Bedford Rangers, who came 3rd last season. So, so far, a huge showing from.
And I mean, that game was not a whitewash by any means. Like 11-15. So
1 player difference in the end of that set.
Oh yeah.
I think if they can beat Manchester Bees here, who I think came 4th last season, I think that'll be a really, really strong message to every other team in the league. I mean, current reigning champions Leamington Spartans, who sit 2nd in the table at the moment, currently line reffing, and I'm sure they'll be watching both of these teams who they've yet to play with, eager eyes, taking notes, and probably thinking, okay, you know what? Respect to Derby Phantoms, let's not discredit them.
No, I think they've really showed this year that they belong in Super League. In clinical performance so far. That was a surprisingly quick set. Lasted just over a minute.
Really good standing counters there by Ed Raven at the end. Possibly a bit of confusion. You may have seen Ed get hit on that right wing, but he wasn't out as he had already hit the player who hit him out first.
There's a timeout called for Bees with 5 minutes left. So yeah, Bees just looking to change up their approach here. They've lost these last 2 sets quite convincingly after a really close first set.
I think now's a good time to take it. You know, as you say, there's probably still going to be, there's at least 2 sets left to play in this half. And if you let Phantoms take the momentum away, they can really rack up some points, which you really don't want. You want to be going into the second half, heads a little bit high. So I think now's a good time. Take the reset, have a little chat. Obviously, it's the first game of the day. It's very early in the morning. Let players wake up, have a little chat, and just sort of think about what to do next. And I think one thing is they need to be a bit more careful on these standing counters. Like, Phantoms have some really big arms, and I don't think they're giving them enough credit at the moment. What about you? What do you think Bees need to do to get back into this game?
I think they're just being a bit lazy in the middle at the moment. There've been a lot of players sort of sticking their hands out, getting caught by Derby singles. Because Derby, they know Derby like to play the slow game. Derby will just take the singles, play it slow. If they're up by 1 or 2 players, they're not going to rush it. And I think Bees are looking to try and push things on, and in reality, they just need to make sure they're staying in the middle. Again, Derby going to take 3 balls off the start. Single coming out down the middle, missing. He's now on the attack. Tom Bell looking for that catch.
Yeah, really big hit from Aidan Woodall there. Really key player to take out as well.
And a key player for Bees to have back as well, just making those hits when they count.
You say that realistically, I think every player on that court right now could be deemed as a key player.
Oh yeah. I think at this level, everyone's got to be able to make those hits.
Yeah.
A double pre coming in. A Dom Smith, he's going to get hit. Blocks the first one.
Matt Will looks for the rebound catch, realising not worth the risk because there's no one in the outbox. And so far, just over a minute into the set, and clearly this timeout for Manchester Bees has been very effective. Currently 3 players.
A lot more 2-ball attacks coming out of Bees now.
And a great catch from Aidan Woodall.
Jump.
Suicide.
It's going to miss.
Doesn't hit. You see himself a little bit of a annoyed face at that.
What do we think about that move there? Worth it?
Oh! That's a catch from John Tubert there. It was, yeah, a great catch.
That was a quick
that ball off the floor.
Quick turnaround for Bees there. Whatever they were chatting about in that timeout has definitely worked.
Yeah, completely agree. But in terms of suicide, I think Aidan's feeling himself a little bit, had a nice hit, nice catch, and he's like, you know what, I'm going to go for it.
Don't think you can really blame him in that situation. They've got 6 players against 2. I think he's just trying to, while they've got momentum, just make the most of that.
And very, very likely you ever see a catch from a suicide, so it's not like that risk is too high. And I think overall he's trying to end the set a bit quick.
I think especially looking at the players you've got left, like Robbie Winters is one of those players.
Oh, 2 hits in the middle there, an unfortunate rebound. But yeah, I think realistically, he's trying to end this set a bit early, try and get more as we lead into the second half, carry the momentum from the timeout, which I think is fair. A lot of people obviously frown upon suicides, especially if they're not necessarily needed. But at the end of the day, they're an exciting component to see in the game. And a lovely aces call there on Ed Raven.
Blocks the first one, but can't get his ball behind the second one.
Yeah, that first ball drawing his block to the left of his body, and then the second ball from Matt will strike him on the right. Perfect execution.
And Derby are going to do the exact same back on Aidan.
Yeah.
He blocks the first one confidently, but the second one just skims on the way through.
And a great catch.
Tom Bell with a catch, does get hit as well. Adam Bradley doesn't seem convinced about the catch. Rest are going to pause time here, and they're going to discuss what's going on. So, definitely Tom Bell secured a ball. Whether he got hit before he secured that ball, I believe that's what the refs are discussing at the moment. We'll see what they come back with. But if that was a catch, that's going to make things close for these last minute and 50 seconds. Okay, they've called hit before the catch.
Big cool. What do you think?
I wasn't paying that much attention. I saw a catch. I saw a hit. I'm glad I'm not reffing.
If I'm being completely honest, I didn't even see that hit. My eyes haven't quite adjusted yet. Haven't got my glasses on and my contacts in. A little bit too early.
Not sure you'll have that excuse when you're on court later.
Oh no, I'm hoping I'll wake up by then.
It's going to be a 1-for-1.
Yeah, good post standing from Simon, but
I mean, he's right to take that 1-for-1 there, but...
And he's got all 5 balls, actually, so with a minute 20, he can go aggressive, take some hits.
Adam Badley's going to jump off, make that catch. That's unlucky there.
Yeah, unlucky there. Simon Tapping going aggressive, taking that first hit, but unfortunately the ball does pop up, and he is out on the catch.
It's going to be just over a minute now for this final set.
I can't imagine this set will end before.
The winner of this set's going to go into the second half with a slight advantage.
Could be a draw.
He's definitely taken the momentum here after that timeout.
Oh, great dodging from Adam Badley there. Trying to get the cover on the quick start against Ed Raven. Dodges 2 balls at the same time.
He's going to come up and try and make this hit here. 1 ball comes across court. Second one in from Matt Wheel. A lot of exchanges being made. And it's a 1-for-1. Teams are still even.
A great cover from Raven there. He's very clearly trying to take out the wingers of Phantoms, just trying to stop any counters.
Derby with 4 balls here. They do make the hit.
Yeah, Dan Newton going out there, heads to the outbox. Only 20 seconds left. Phantoms currently up by 1 player, but Bees win possession with 4 balls.
Here, yeah. They're going to have to make a hit. There's going to be a couple of exchanges here, I'd imagine. No hits for Bees.
And Badley gets hit out instead.
Tom Bell with a massive catch.
And with only 5 seconds remaining, Derby Phantoms are going to take this set, heading into the second half, half-time, with an advantage of 1 set.
Got seconds left on the clock now. And there's the whistle. Half-time score is going to be 8-6, Derby Phantom. Just about managing to break the momentum of Bees there after that timeout.
Yeah, I think after that timeout, I was really excited to see Bees sort of carry on with that momentum, but Derby Phantoms, especially in those last 2 sets, really can't just stop them in their tracks. But now both teams are going to have a chance to talk. They've got a few minutes left. So, you know, I think we're going to be in for another exciting second half.
I definitely noticed much more 2-ball attacks coming out of Bees after that timeout. Just making sure they're securing those hits.
Yeah, I mean, in the first half, we mentioned they were going on the 2-ball attacks quite a lot, and they were working. But Phantoms kind of carried it away a little bit, doing a lot of nice standing counters because they realised what was going on.
I think especially playing sort of net to net in this environment here, 2-ball attacks are brave, but if you back those hits and you can make a solid hit, obviously there's a chance that those balls are going to come back. Like most teams in this venue do play the singles game. Possession's so important here. Like, you throw a ball, there's a very slim chance you're going to get that ball back. Means that definitely, if you've got 3 balls, throw in 2 of those and leave your team quite open. But I think Bees are making it work. They're making solid hits, and those balls are coming back to them as well. So I think both teams looking like they're going to make some changes tactically coming into the next half. Tense discussions going on. Bees rocking a new kit this week as well.
Yeah, moving away from their traditional main sort of yellow and black, and instead they're donning a primarily black kit with a bit of yellow.
What do you think? Opinions?
I think it's nice. I think it's it's a fresh change. I think it'd be a very cool sort of secondary kit, but I don't know.
I miss the yellow. I miss the yellow.
The yellow is iconic, you know, and especially on stream, it stands out a bit nicer compared to just black.
I've seen a lot of quite big kit changes this year. Both Wessex and Bees going from bright colours down to a sort of a more muted black kit. In fact, the Wessex kit and the Bees kit are quite similar. very similar colours now.
Yes, actually. I mean, the new Essex kit, controversially, very similar to the Sheffield kit anyway. The Sheffield University kit.
Right, we're going to be coming back. Both teams lining up, ready for the second half. Predictions? How do we think this game's going to go?
I really don't know. I feel like, personally, this first set will be very telling.
Yeah, I agree with that. Derby still got a timeout. So I think if Bees do start to go away with it, Derby will take that, reset, and come back fresh.
Oh, I agree.
Derby Winters doesn't win the middle ball this time. Big dodges from Derby. Ed Raven looking for that cross-court counter. No hits yet. Both teams still 6 players. Another single. Tom Smith goes low. He's again going to be coming up with 3 balls here. Derby piling on the pressure. And that's going to be a hit. Looks like a 1-for-1 exchange there. Both teams now down to 5. Derby Phantoms with 5 balls. See what they do with them. Looks like they throw all 5. And now Bees have got 5 balls. 1 hit, Aiden does get hit there.
We have just received some feedback that the stream is a little bit stuffy. Apologies for this. At the end of the set, I am going to try and fix this. So I'm going to sort of stop and restart the stream. So you might just see a black screen for a little bit, but we then will be back.
Again, 5 balls. 5 balls from Bees. They throw 3 of them, and they do make the hit back. And Matt Will makes a lovely cross-court onto Tom Bell there. For the first time in this set, Bees go up by 1 player. He's going to take their time here. And 2 balls. Robbie Winters calls himself out there for the hit on the arm. Good honesty there. We'd like to see that. Bees now 2 players up. Dom Smith, Ryan Ellis looking to make a play here. They will run up on the counter. They don't make the hit.
Yeah, neither ball connector. Slightly off timing, both going for the feet. Maybe just go a bit more aggressive at the same time.
I think the timing had to be there.
Yeah.
Ryan Ellis goes high. Again, a double counter coming in, but the timing's just not quite there.
Yeah, and Adam Badley already quite far back on the court. Manages to stay alive.
About 30 seconds left in the set now. Derby will have to try and make something happen. And Ross goes down and blocks that. 15 seconds now. Derby are going to be looking for a catch here. Looking to make something happen. Adam Badley throws wide. Safe throw. He's not going to give anything away here. Desperate throws coming in from Derby. Matt Wheel calls himself out. Ryan Ellis gets hit on the counter. And Bees looking to finish this set. 2 players up. And we're going to even up the scores here. Back to square one.
Yep, we will just be back in 1 second.
And we're back.
Sorry for that delay. You haven't missed, well, I say you haven't missed much. It's only been about 20 seconds, but there's only 3 Phantoms players left on court.
Aiden manages to block into his teammate by the looks of it there. Phantoms with a lot to do now. That was a very quick exchange off the start. Lots of balls going everywhere. And at the end, Derby come out 2 players down. But lots of time to make something happen here. They're back to the singles game. And the sun just starting to come through the windows here.
Yeah, nice and bright now. Maybe a little too bright.
He's still 2 players up. Going to be playing safe singles towards the ball here. They don't want to give Derby a window back into the set. Aidan Woodall, an early pre-throw. It's going to mean that Alex Bembridge is hit out with no exchange there. So Robbie Winters is going off now, so it seems Bees did make that answer.
I do like to see the aggressive throws come out from Bolton there. Off ball. Doesn't get the hit, but you know, it's the right thing to go for in this situation.
At this point in the set, it's still a risk for Bees to go for a catch. If you throw off ball, it's the decision they've got to make, because if you're getting hit in this situation, you're going to lose that advantage quickly. Ryan Ellis goes up, manages to avoid those balls. Aidan Woodall drops.
From Aidan there.
Big dodge. That's what they need. And he gets hit.
Yeah, good block from Tom there. Stays alive.
Phantom's looking really strong in this set, especially after going down so early.
Yeah, Ryan Ellis and Tom Charlton doing really good job so far. Only 1 player down now. Our time is slightly off. There's only about 30 seconds remaining.
Maybe slightly less.
Ooh,
a couple of throws coming from Derby.
Giving away too much possession there. Bees are now with 4 balls.
Just going to slow it down. I think we're going to see a lot of safe singles. You see Derby Phantoms players bunch up to try and look for this catch here, try and make it happen.
Yeah, they go aggressive and think, you know what?
Tom Charlton is throwing.
The ball.
He throws off ball. Bees coming in, double running counter, and they do make the hit. And that's time. Bees go up 10-8. And that's huge. Phantoms did a really good job at making that set close there. I believe it was 6-3 after about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
They brought it down to a 2v1.
Yeah, use their time wisely.
And it looks like Derby Phantoms have called a timeout there. They just don't want to let Bees run away with it in the second half. I think, again, a good call on the timeout there.
I agree.
I think that set was a turning point in the game, potentially. Bees definitely looking all hyped up and fired up now, ready to...
Yeah, and similar to that first half where, you know, Phantoms won 3 sets in a row, Bees call their timeout, slow the momentum. That's what Phantoms obviously trying to do. I'm going to have a little chat to talk about what's going wrong, about the fact that, you know, half your team is out in 20 seconds should never really be happening. I imagine Simon Tapham is going to have some words about that.
I mean, especially for Derby, that they're normally a very clinical team for the opening.
Yeah.
They normally grab 3 balls, make that hit, and there's not normally much other teams can do about it, just because of the speed of that. They're a team that definitely practice that flick back, run up, pressure up, and just make that hit off the start. So Bees are definitely managing to make it work for them.
Bees are definitely dealing with the quick shots really well so far. A lot of teams struggle with, so I think, you know, I can imagine now Phantom is probably going to slow it down. Instead of going for the quick start, just think, you know what, let's just set the 3 balls.
Oh yeah.
Let's not rush into things, because at the moment it's not working in their favour. Oh, 8 minutes remaining in the half. Still plenty of time for this to go in the favour of either team.
I think this may well be the most important set of the game, especially after that timeout. Derby really need to try and get something back here.
Yeah, I often see and have often experienced whenever you just lost a set or 2 in a row and then you call a timeout, if you lose that next set, be very demoralising. You know, you call that timeout to try and fix the problem and it hasn't worked, and now you haven't got another timeout, you haven't got time to try and fix it, you've only got what you have on court.
It looks like Phantoms are opting to go a lot slower into this set now. They're not looking for those exchanges off the start because clearly they haven't been working. They're just going to slow it down and play their game. They're going to even things up here. With a little over 2 minutes remaining, 5 players each. Going to see a lot of singles here, and Derby are just going to look to try and make those singles more effective than Bees. And Dom Smith with a lovely counter, and they are going to hit Aidan on it.
Yeah, Bembridge does get the trade. He does take Ed Raven out on that left wing.
Aidan just caught a little bit too far up court maybe there. He just didn't quite know what he was doing there.
A bit of a weak 2-ball attack from Phantoms there. Both balls going wide. Not really forcing badly to have to do.
Oh, Tom Charlton.
Trailing arm there.
Just can't get his arm out of the way. He's going to get hit. Embridge and Badley going to get hit, though. Good exchange for Derby there. They're just going to try and close this one out.
Cousins with a lot to do. He's looking for the catch, but he's not going to get one.
Yeah. Back to just safe singles from Derby here. They just don't want to open the door to anything here. Plenty of time left on the clock here. Big dodges coming in from both sides there. Free throw, Robbie dodges out the way. See what they decide to do here. Another safe ball. Phantom's just happy to play the time down. But the catch comes in. And that's going to even things up here. Phantoms take that. The score's going to be 10-10. Going to be at least 2 more sets here. And B's going to win the middle ball this time. A slow start. Lots of fakes coming in there from B's, ready to just take it slow. Look to try and get a dodge out of Derby Phantoms and make that hit. And Robbie Winters just gets caught in the middle, goes down to dodge, and just lands on that middle line there. He's going to be called out. Ed Raven making some big dodges on the wing. And Derby Phantoms are going to take 3 balls here. Ross goes for the catch but can't make it work. A lot of exchanges here. A lot of hits. Aiden almost gets caught, not looking. And Derby are a player down. 2 minutes left. Anything could happen in this set. Oh, lovely throwing from Bees. Just again drawing out that dodge and then hitting him low with a second ball. And Tom Charlton's got plenty of time, but he's got a lot to do here. Aiden looks to close it out, and he does make the hit. And again, Bees are going to go up here. I think we've got just about 4 minutes left on this game. Phantom's going to win that third ball. Ed Raven's going to come up aggressive. Team comes up with him, but Derby Phantom's just going to play slow here. Reset and make the attack. Ed Raven makes the hit. He's not happy there. He wanted more cover from his team, but his team just really want to keep possession there. A tough choice to make there. Do you throw and prevent that catch and lose possession?
I don't know, it's tricky. I think it often depends, obviously contextually, but a lot of players have their preference. Often say for myself, although I like to think I can take catches, I will always try and prioritize my life more, stay alive, and then sort of go for a hit or something. But I know some players, look at Ross, look at Robbie, will think, you know what, I fully back my catch in, I'm going to catch you out. So I think often it depends on the player. What about you?
Depends on the situation. Like I think at this level, a lot of players do back their catching, but it's just making that decision, especially for these middle players. You can't be giving your life away too easily. Meanwhile, Phantoms do go a player up, but Bees have just equalised things. Bees are set up here, so Derby really need to make this set count. And 2 balls being thrown for Derby, no hits.
Somehow Benbridge just sitting in the neutral zone manages to work for it.
Benbridge just perfectly baits out those 2 balls from Derby. And Bees are going to come out with 4 and probably make this hit here. And there we go, Tom Charlton does get hit out! And that's an incredible catch from Simon Tapping on the right wing. Just drops down. He's so good at those catches. He just throws himself around.
Which maybe isn't the wisest thing. Obviously, he's been struggling with a quite severe back injury of late.
And that might be why, but he makes it work and he makes it look good as well, so.
Fortunately, getting caught in the net there.
Bees have come up with 4 balls here. Ed Raven goes out. But they do make the exchange here.
Yeah, Phantoms 2 players up.
It's looking good. It could well go down to the final set.
About 30 seconds remaining.
3 balls coming in at Matt Wheel. He'll happily just step out the way of them.
Oh, and he releases. Instead of choosing to set with 4 balls and go with Jonty, he thinks, you know what, I haven't got a long neck, I need to decrease this deficit, and he gets the hit.
2 balls coming in, a massive dodge from Robbie Winston in the middle there. That was hugely important in this set. If he was hit there, I think this could have ended in a draw. But Phantoms now take the possession. They'll play a safe single, but it's not safe enough. That's just coming in from Bees there. What an amazing finish of that set. Derby Phantoms were so up. They were up by 2 players with 30 seconds left. They just had to play it safe. The ball goes off to the side, but Matt Wheel just sticks his arms out and is like, I'm just going to catch that.
Derby Phantoms were set to take that set and even out the scoreline, but Matt Wheel decided, no, we are winning this game.
And that's unlucky from Derby there. Just those singles, which so many teams are so good at, just playing them safe, not giving the catches, and they've just not thrown them safe enough, and that's going to cost them the game here. We're down to the final set, and Bees are two sets up. So regardless of this set, and it's all gone downhill very quickly for Derby. Ed Raven blocking his ball straight into Robbie Winters and getting out himself. But Simon tapping with a nice consolation catch. And makes the hit as well. And another one from Simon.
It's all happening in this last set.
It's all happening, but it's just 1 set too late for Derby.
Yeah, both teams kind of realising, you know what, this set doesn't matter, it's not going to change the outcome of the game.
And even after all those catches, Derby Phantoms are only just equal.
Yeah.
Robbie Winters goes out, and it looks like with 10 seconds left on the clock, he's just going to close this set out.
I think that was actually a bounce, to be honest.
Oh, Tom Charlton desperately trying to make something out of this. With 1 second left on the clock, that's going to be time. A great result for Bees there. It was looking shaky from both teams. I think either team could have taken that going into that penultimate set. But a couple of catches from Bees. I think 3 catches in the space of must have been 10 seconds. A big highlight for Bees there. I'm sure we'll be seeing that all over social media in the next couple of days.
Yeah, if I do my job correctly. I think that final set of draw, I think. 1 pair to 1.
And I'm not too sure of the final result there.
Final score either 11-15 in favour of Bees. Phantoms may have taken the set, in which case...
I think Phantoms might have lost that.
Oh, really?
Potentially. But either way, Bees do take the win there. That's going to shift the table up a little bit. Both teams going into this game tied on points, just down to set difference. And we'll be back very soon with Bedford Rangers versus London Storm. See you then.
That we're talking. We're live. Oh, hello everybody. It's Tim and Tom. I love that.
Tim and Tom.
I've been waiting to say that the whole time. As soon as it was announced.
It happened on accident. I did.
Oh, very nice.
Cheers, Alex, for that beautiful planning there. And we've got the London Storm first versus Bedford Rangers first. So both teams coming into this 2 wins, 2 losses, and a bit of a mixed bag with their joint 6th, both with a set difference of exactly 0. So really important for both teams to win this to move up the table. And I think both teams have had odd games so far. Rangers obviously having the very nasty Meteor Spartans as their first meet, whereas Storm managing to beat Spartans but then lose to Bees later, and then their next meet beat Wessex and then lose to Meteors. So I think both teams expect to be higher up, but hasn't quite panned out yet. Rangers currently taking a 1 player up at the start. Oh, and that's a nice punish there. Scotty went for an early free throw. Johnny was able to get around it and get the hit when he was on the floor defenseless, and gets another hit as well. Johnny just really taking control of this game, telling his players, just keep it calm, that's fine, nothing else needed. Nice pre-throw there from Sam, Stone Street Jack. And they punished Johnny because of it. Smart play there from Rangers, taking out the player who I think got all of their Storm's hits so far, so very sensible play. Another early free throw that got punished, and then as players were looking at that ball go up, Sam Lav able to swing one in and get another hit, so nicely done. Oh, and that's an unlucky not to make that catch there. I believe that is a twos player who has been brought up for this meet, so apologies for not knowing the name. Oh, and Sam Mason just finishing it off there. Part of the 2-ball attack to get the hit, and then sinks the catch on Sam Lav afterwards, so lovely play. Beautiful work in just sealing off the set. But it's been good plays by both teams so far, getting some nice hits, catches if they're there, and I think some of the catches could have paid off there for Storm, would have turned it around. Storm a little confused from the quick start, managed to settle into it now. Scotty getting a nice hit there on Jamie Craddock. Has given Storm the opportunity to use a 4-ball attack though. And I believe they've also got Ian Barrett out. Johnny not quite able to get around for the block quick enough. I think he was aware it was coming in, but wanted to bait it out. But they do manage to get out both wingers on the Rangers team, so not a terrible trade. Storm releasing 2, giving Rangers 4 balls, but they do get the hit, so probably worth it. And that's nice work by Sam Lavity, able to just throw the ball down by the side, put their throws off a little bit, and then dodge the 2 throws coming in. And I don't know if you heard that, but Storm were very excited to have 4 balls there. Let's see if they can actually... That's really nice pressure on the wing there, but unfortunately I think he was a little too far up, got clipped, and someone else threw slightly off target and it hit Sam Mason as well. So smart walk up there by Storm, just able to bait out the free throw, step aside, reset, and then get the hit afterwards. So nicely done, bringing it to 2 each. Hopefully at some point I may get a secondary commentator. He is sat next to me, but he's enjoying the IT side of things.
Yeah, we're just trying to get the stream looking as nice as possible at the moment. We've had a couple of changes to the equipment this week, so we're just trying to smooth things out before we start the day. It's a long day ahead, so we want to make sure the stream's as watchable as possible for everyone at home. So apologies
Also, for those of you at home, please do let us know how the stream is behaving, if you can hear the commentators well or not. It really does help, allows us to adjust things on the fly. And that's a lovely single ball release there from Jamie Craddock, clipping Sam Mason on the toes. Really nice work. Storm with 4 balls. Nice throw. Slightly delayed ball there by Sam. Ian forced him to jump up in the air and gets the hit. Whoa. That's a lovely play from Scotty. Throwing at Johnny, forcing the block. Sam goes for the cross court and just gets caught. So despite making the catch afterwards, because he was already out, it doesn't mean anything. Oh, and that's never nice to see. Scotty passed the ball up to the next player along, which I believe is Jared Lee. And as that happens, Storm are well aware of it, sees him pretty much defenceless and gets the hit. Ian taking a nice 1-for-1 trade there, which will be definitely happy with it, leaving it as a 4-on-2. Johnny just telling the rest of his team to calm down a little bit. With this many players up, they should be expecting to just see out the set, settle it out. Rangers with 3 balls, throw 2, but Johnny able to just get away from it. And it was a bounce on Sam, but he does get a hit on Simon Parsons. And then the follow-up from Storm afterwards as Sam ran up to get the hit on Johnny. So I feel Rangers are getting a little bit sucked into this. I think this Storm team are very happy to take these trades. And I feel Rangers should probably actually just settle a little bit, because I think they've got better depth in their team. So these trades may not be worth it. And that's annoying there for Ross Greig, just going over the middle line. Don't even know if ref called it, just called himself out because he knew being over. Johnny getting skimmed there, which he looked pretty annoyed at, and unfortunately the ball's also rolled over, giving them 4. Unfortunately for Rangers, they weren't able to capitalise with their 4-ball attack. But I believe they've got 4 again, so despite Sam's nice dodging, doesn't mean anything. And they do manage to get a hit this time off their 4-ball attack on Ian Barrett. Oh, that is a lovely release from Jamie Craddock. Jared Lee not able to drop down quick enough to get his hands on it and gets hit out. High pressure there on the wing from Simon Parsons. Early release, but Sam able to block, and then he gets punished for it.
And I'm back. I hope we've got the stream looking good for you guys. If there's anything wrong, let us know in the chat, and we can do our best to update it. We're back. It's been a close start.
Yeah. And the very rarely seen 5 balls given over.
We saw a lot of 5 balls in the last game.
Wow. Shows how much I know. And Storm able to throw 4 and get 1 back, as well as getting a hit. So really nicely done. Gives them a commanding position to take the lead for their first time.
Yeah, just over a minute on the clock here. Rangers have got a lot to do to try and bring this back.
Sorry, Storm are already in the lead. Apologies. Nice commanding voice there from Scotty coming out, just telling his retrievers exactly what he wants. The new rule that came in this season, they are allowed to hold it off court. And gets the hit on Jamie Craddock. Sam Mason forces him to the floor. Scotty gets a lovely hit. And with those retrievers off court, holding the balls, able to get the balls in straight away, back into hands to prevent Storm from being able to do anything.
It's a big change to the rules, to be fair. The retrievers allowed to hold onto the balls. I haven't seen many teams make proper use of it yet, but I think teams are slowly starting to get the hang of getting those balls up to the side of the court, high up court.
Yeah, it's one where I think, unlike foam, with 5 balls, obviously it requires you to be down a lot more players before anything can happen. And not entirely sure what happened there, but Sam Lav able to salvage it just before the death.
Yeah, Scotty Whitelaw runs straight up to the line, just holds himself right in front of the other player.
Yeah,
he looks for the catch, but they're not going to give it to him.
I think Dan Gittins was either clipped on the way on Scotty's release or line faulted somewhere, and Scotty was threatening to trade on a player that was already out. So once he realised that, ran away, and yeah, I do believe this is a timeout for Rangers.
I'd imagine there.
Storm up 6 points to 2.
It's a strong start.
Yeah.
Looking like they're going to take the lead in the league table here.
Yeah. The next 2 games for these 2 teams is Rangers get a chance for revenge if the score stays the same, with being able to, you would expect, beat Storm 2. And Storm have Derby Phantoms, who are currently doing incredibly well. I believe they're 3rd in the table.
A narrow loss though against Bees just is going to put them down a little bit lower, but still, like, strong performance considering it's their first year up in Super League.
Yeah, I think they have had quite nice first fixtures, which definitely helped.
Yeah. I think Rangers was their first big test, and in all fairness, they gave them a very good game.
Storm again winning the middle ball, not able to capitalise on the quick start though.
The score on the other court is currently, I believe, 6-0 to Sheriffs against Coventry.
And a bit of an issue with communication there on the Rangers team. I don't think anyone was really sure on who was releasing, and end up giving Storm the 4 balls, which they used to punish Sam Mason, who has not had the nicest start in this game. Not really had a chance to get a foot in the game. Storm punishing him quite often. Sam Lav just releasing a single there as Jared Lee kept the pressure on the other 2 players, and an easy jump over the ball. And by the looks of it, this game is starting to settle down a little bit. Very frantic first 4 sets, whereas now both teams, I think, have settled a little bit and are looking to really cement their place. Rangers with trying to secure wins after their, I think, 3 losses in a row after winning the first frame. And Storm happy to take that slower pace if it means they can just keep their lead, slow the game down, and
Johnny Day tries to catch out Simon Parsons, and he does. Simon Parsons calls himself out there.
Yeah,
for what looked like nothing to be, but must have been a clip somewhere.
I think he managed to clip Simon Parsons, and Ross ended up going for a dodge and possibly line faulted, unless it was a double hit. So nicely done.
2 balls coming out of Storm there. Scotty gets low, gets under them,
giving Rangers a chance for 4. Scotty decides to go up with 2 and then drops his ball.
Johnny does make a catch, but he's hit before.
And actually, that was something that we were chatting about. Had he utilised his retrievers there, not gone up with 2 and instead passed one out, Scotty would still be in there. So possibly a little mistake there from him. Of course, he was forced to go for the ball that he dropped because it was rolling over the middle line. If it were to roll over the neutral zone, he would then be called out, as he hasn't made a catch.
Storm are going to close it out.
Yeah.
And another set, just extending their lead here. It's going to be 8-2 up.
It almost seems like this Rangers team is very focused on the names they know, and it leaves those other players really open to be getting cheeky hits, post hits, running counters, where they're not almost even being looked at. Rangers able to win the middle ball this time, so let's see what they can do with it.
They really need to take this set, or else Storm are going to be a long way ahead. It might well be the last set of the half here. We've got about 1:50 on the clock.
That's nice work there from Sam. Passed the single ball over to Johnny, knowing that it's more important for him to stay in, and was able to then dodge the 2-ball attack coming at Sam himself. So nice play. keeping.
Johnny Day, big arm there, but not able to make the hit. Rangers just going to take those 3 balls.
Aiming for Lewis Smith there, but I think Scotty was paying next to no attention, so that could have been a very cheeky hit there on Scotty. I think Johnny was just not quite aware of it, or worried that Scotty was doing the cheeky little acting course and trying to look for that single. Oh, lovely release there.
That's just what Rangers need as well. Just gone under a minute now.
That nice release, just slightly off the body.
2 balls going to come in.
Oh,
Storm
that's
really looking, scrambling around the court trying to make that catch, but the ball's just out of reach.
Yeah, I think
Sam does go out there.
Yeah, that was really unlucky. It was a double running counter at 2 separate targets, and actually, had the hit not been made on Sam, that ball would have pretty much dropped into his lap for the catch off Johnny.
It's a lovely aces 2-ball attack from Storm there, just making that hit. You can't quite get over that second ball.
Yeah, they would just play just high enough that it was going to force him to do something, and they do get the hit because of it. Jamie Craddock able to get out of the way, giving Storm 3 balls. Now it's really important here for Rangers to just manage to secure this set. They're 2 players up. They've killed off Storm's momentum, so it's now just about making sure they don't let him have it back.
There's very little time left on the clock here. Our time is reading 1 minute, but we should be down to a couple of seconds left here. Storm desperately trying to make something happen here to even things up. But they've got a lot to do.
And Scotty being very sensible there in realising, actually, with players up, I'm not particularly worried about the throwing threat, so I'm just going to release early.
And that's another big hit for Storm, but they need 1 more.
As soon as I say that, he gets hit out by the throwing threat from Storm.
That's a huge block from Ross Green, and another one from Sam Mason.
Oh, they get the hit. Just before the whistle.
I think Storm will take that as a draw there. That's 3-3. That's massive for Storm there. There's no way Rangers should let that go. They were blocking very confidently, and all of a sudden just open themselves up to the hit.
Yeah.
I think that's going to mean going into the second half. The score's 9-3. The Storm still 3 sets ahead.
Really well done by Storm. I think Sam looking a bit annoyed there at the end of that frame. I don't know whether he thought he got the hit before the whistle or whether it was almost annoyance at his own team. Very much in a commanding position. They get a off-the-shoulder hit off Ross Grieg, who I think probably looked for the catch when he shouldn't have, and then able to get a clip at the end to win it. So, well, to win the draw.
To take the draw. I mean, just we saw it in the last game as well. Teams going up 2 or 3 players, but they're just struggling to make these to just play out the sets here and play that advantage. Like teams just making those 1-for-1 trades difficult, putting teams in just awkward situations that they're really struggling to make work. And you've seen it there. Rangers just managed to throw away that lead. And even though it's only a draw, that's still massive. That's a set they should have realistically. That's a set they needed for the game.
So what do you think Rangers can do to bring it back in this second half? Is there a particular player they need to be targeting, or?
I think there's just a lack of communication in their team at the moment. There seems to be a lot of just balls flying all over the place, players looking for catches when they don't need to. I think they just need to slow things down and just, especially if they can get up 1 or 2 players, which we've seen they can, they're just struggling to play out those sets and play those advantages.
Yeah.
So I think they just need to slow things down and just make sure they're taking those hits and not trying to force them.
And just for a quick update on the other court, it is 11-3 at half-time.
The Nottingham Sheriffs, that is.
To Sheriffs. And Johnny Day only just making it onto court in time. And Storm win the middle ball, allowing them to go up with 3. Not able to make the hit. They do have the arguably better half this time, but with the reintroduction of the...
Oh,
nice!
That's just unlucky there. one of the things in this game sometimes, you hit someone too cleanly, that ball's just going to bounce up.
Yeah.
And either they'll take it or a teammate's going to take that. And especially early on in the set, you get hit, your teammate catches you back in.
Yeah, and that's really smart play there, that realising actually we've still got 6 players on, other than the player that got hit. So I don't need to leave this ball for him. Actually, I can take it and that player is back in. Johnny does go out from, I believe, a single ball afterwards.
Oh, almost a clinical tombstone there, but ball just pops up just out of his hands.
Nearly some keepy-uppies there from Sam's toes, and
He's definitely been watching too much of the World Cup, I can tell you that.
Catch on the other side on Dan Gittings.
Time here
and I believe this is a safety thing.
Players love to go down. You'll see at this level, a lot of people will drop down for that catch. Call it a tombstone. They love it. But when you're playing a game, you've been playing for a long time. Players do get sweaty, and they're going to leave. They're going to leave a puddle on the floor. Lovely stuff.
Arguably, luckily, Storm do not have Stephen Dumbe here, who is probably the worst culprit for that. I believe at most higher level tournaments, he does actually have someone tailing him around with a towel the whole time. It is that bad.
Oh! 3 balls, he gets hit by all 3 of them.
And one pops up.
Pops up.
Yeah.
And Storm are going to be great at looking for those. They've taken a couple of them so far. They're really good at just communicating them and making sure that catch is picked up.
And that's the thing. Johnny, being the next player back in, puts Storm in arguably a very nice position here. They are still a player down, but Johnny definitely brings a lot of arm to this team, and those other 2 players can definitely take a catch if it's a...
Ooh, really nice timing on the balls there from Rangers. It's exactly what they need to do at this point. Making sure he can't secure that catch, because the second one's just going to hit him. Potentially even knock that first ball out of his hands.
Nice blocking there from Johnny on the diagonal.
Blocks, double counter onto Thomas Ward. Sam Mason dives forward along the floor and just secures that catch.
Beautiful play. I'm sure Bedford were happy with that after the 2 Storm ricochet catches that have occurred this frame.
They were due some luck, and that was it there. Sam had to work for it.
Yeah.
He really had to run forward there. Luckily, Storm didn't have the balls to punish that. And Rangers managed to close out the set. That's what they've needed this whole game.
That's a smart double run encounter there. They realise, actually, even if he takes a hit, it doesn't matter. They're going to get the hit on him in return. And Jamie Craddock subs himself off. I think he is very tired from that. And I think that's probably, arguably, why he knelt down very close to the front of the court after that. I think had he been a bit fresher, he probably could have got back and tried to look for a catch in the remaining time.
Yeah, I think dodgeball's one of those sports that when you're on the court, you've got to be moving constantly. It's intense. It does consume a lot of energy, and I think, especially towards the end of these games, you do start to notice players just struggling to get back.
Yeah. And a little chat by the refs.
Not too sure what's being discussed here.
Tamas seems to be the one instigating it. I think just asking the ref to keep an eye on something at this point.
Refs are going to come in. Looks like they're just comparing their stopwatches. Going to get back to playing. Rangers now up 2 sets down.
But it's the very key first frame after the half that they are able to win. So, very nicely done for them. Now, sorry for any minor technical issues we're having. Obviously, we are all quite new to the commentary system. If you are interested in getting involved, then please do pester Alex. You can either find him on Facebook or alex.media@British Dodgeball. You can send him an email and get involved. Storm able to get another hit, getting Scotty, and then clipping Sat. Oh,
they're really clinical with these 2-ball attacks. I think.
Yeah,
I think that's potentially making the difference between these 2 teams here. Like Storm are just making the hits consistently with 2 balls,
and they're just Rangers just seem to be getting a little bit annoyed at that players aren't necessarily doing what they should be doing on court. They're not putting enough pressure on, and they're getting angry. Nice cross court there, getting a hit on Johnny, but he does manage to secure the hit on Ross Greig, so nicely done. Sam doing a cheeky single there, just Storm very sensibly leaving it well alone. Oh, and again, that lack of communication that this Rangers team seems to be struggling with gives Storm 5 balls, and Sam makes another ricochet catch. Oh no, Dom very clearly calling it a bounce. Still was the hit, but it bounced before reaching Sam. And there are a lot of Sams in this this match, so I will try and say their surname as well, but apologies if I don't.
Sam throwing at Sam. Sam blocks back to Sam.
But Storm do get the ball back. Early free throw there coming in from Sam Mason.
Just looking to set himself up for the catch.
Oh, and what a catch.
And before he can even say it.
That's a beautiful catch. High on the shoulder, just able to get both hands to it, secure it. And
that's a big player to catch back in as well.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure being put on that other wing now. Having pressure from both sides of the court is going to make a big difference in this set, I think. Oh, holds on.
That was a nice cross court. Just forced their play ball call onto Storm. Hence the very delayed timing on the joint throw. Oh.
It looks like they're pausing the time to discuss whether or not that was a hit.
It seems to be both. All the refs seem to be calling it as a block. And yeah. For those of you watching on the live stream, you can get the instant replay by just pressing a little bit backwards on your time. We don't currently have the functionality of doing it on the live stream, but that is something that hopefully we may be able to look at. At the moment, this is almost more community style at the moment. We've not yet got the full setup of everything coming through, so. And all the refs have now agreed that it was a block. And this is putting Storm in a very strong position with the 4 balls. Rangers decide to group up in order to try and secure a catch, and
again, Storm with just the clinical multi-ball attacks.
Yeah, they just decide they're just going to throw all 4, and I believe that was a line fault as well.
It was a step off court.
Oh, was it a tactical?
What you see there, for those who haven't played a lot of balls but are wondering what happened there, Sam Mason decided to walk off the court. Being so many players down, he thought it's not worth wasting time on the clock. You need that time to try and pull this game back. So he's just going to step off, end the set, take the loss, and you see them rushing around to reset those balls to get as much time as they can, try and pull back their 3 sets now.
Yeah, there is definitely enough time on the clock. We will be playing at least 3 sets, but the important thing is that Rangers need to win them all in order to get the draw.
Tamas frustrated with himself there.
And
got to be careful there.
Johnny just apologising to the team for giving them 4, but not able to utilise it.
Just struggling to make those double hits today. There's 2 balls just sailing over the heads.
I think a lot of it is that actually this Rangers team are almost too in sync with each other. They're throwing it incredibly nice timing. Balls are coming at exactly the same time, so therefore
in the exact same place, which means they're quite easy to dodge. You see London Storm just ducking beneath the balls there.
Yeah, it's one fake, so therefore they know if they dodge at that time, they don't need to know who's throwing. They'll dodge any ball that comes at them. Sam Laverty unlucky there not to secure the hit. And Dan Gittings there probably being a little too aggressive.
Just getting caught slightly too high up the court there. He needed to get back.
Yeah, release the ball, and I think Johnny wasn't able to put the pressure on afterwards.
Rangers just have suddenly turned on the hits this set.
And you can hear the volume increase on this Rangers side. They are now well up for this game.
They may be struggling with these multi-balls, but the singles have been, and the counters have been really strong. You see Tamas just holding his ground in the neutral zone there, preventing any opportunities for Storm to try and take a player back there.
And that was a nice cheeky
Storm throw 2, double counter, and a massive hit there. They really needed that.
Ian does get a lot of heights on his jump, but not able to get over that one. Rangers this time able to time it slightly after the dodge came in and able to get the hit. Ian either not happy with himself or not happy with the rest of the team, but
and again Rangers just being,
I believe that was no catch.
No catch has been called, never mind. Rangers do manage to secure it, and they're going to speedily run around here, try and get these balls reset. But Storm call a timeout here.
Yeah, very sensible timeout. Rangers managing to get the flow of the game heading in their direction. So stopping that, deny, hopefully able to then reset that and go again. And yeah, this Storm team, I think, they're struggling from not having the extra players that they do normally. James Fowler is there, but
a lot of new faces.
Not in kit. He is, I believe, injured. I do believe during the first or second meet he injured his back. I believe it was the first meet. He injured his back quite badly, so will probably not be playing this season at all, I don't think. So missing him, as well as Liam Ryder is not. Hey, I think I've seen him around, so I think it may just be he's not fighting fit. So he's either injured or just not ready to be back on the.
And again, they're missing the big arm of Stephen Dumbe.
Yeah, and I think this fitness is coming into play for this Storm team. That they just don't quite have the depth that they're used to, so they're not able to swap out these players as often as they normally can.
And there we go. Bedford Rangers are suddenly back on form.
They're now feeling it. That was a beautiful catch.
I think Rangers are one of those teams that when they get the momentum, they are unstoppable. Oh, with a rebound catch. To be fair, you can say it was lucky, but they were very quick to pluck that one up. That could easily have been 2 hits.
Yeah.
They managed to spot it quickly and get the catch.
Just basically ricocheted the ball straight into Ian, and it was just lucky that it went up from Ian rather than down, and able to secure the catch.
And Storm now even on players. A massive catch for the set and the game potentially.
Yeah.
Rangers looked up comfortably already, but that catch has changed things. Especially with the hit in retaliation as well.
Nice blocking there from Sam, but unfortunately Johnny not able to deal with it.
And Rangers go into the lead again.
So this is looking a lot better than the last set from Storm. They're able to keep their key players in for longer. Nice blocking there from Ian. At the moment, both teams just quite happy to throw that single, pass that single ball back and forth.
And Samas throwing low, but it's going to go into the floor before he hits. But it's another hit from the other wing.
Yeah, so a 1-for-1 all said and done, but Storm do have the 4 balls. So let's see if they're able to punish with this.
Rangers just need to close this out. They've got the player advantage, but we've seen they've been struggling on their double hits here. They're just going to play the single. Tamas with the big arm down the right.
Nice single ball release there from Tamas.
And a solid block. No danger there.
On that, block
was a late one, but and another
again,
single.
They're just happy to play the single.
40 seconds on the clock.
They know there's a guaranteed 2 frames left, so the most important thing is to win them.
Just got to make sure they don't open anything up here. The Storm will be looking to try and pluck out a catch or even a counter here, just to even things up. But even a draw here would be massive for them.
And it's that threat of the counter, which is why both teams are very happy throwing that single ball. If they throw 2, it leaves only 1 player with the ball in hand, which in a 2v1 situation, they can get punished for it.
Oh, massive catch from Sam. He does get hit.
Gets the
But it's going to be even on players. And like I said, a draw is massive for Storm here.
the free throw, which
Mere
gets blocked,
seconds on the clock. And the
bounces
whistle
back
goes.
over, get the draw. Oh, that is lovely play from Sam. And the
And it
clock
looks like-
is just ticked under 3 minutes left of this half. So this should be the last frame.
Rangers need to close this set out before the timer goes to 0.
And that is another timeout called.
Looks like there's been a timeout called just to wipe the floor down again. Another big catch from Storm and some big dodging, but it has left a mark on the court. So they're just going to clean that up, just for the safety of the players there. Going into this final set.
Oh, and I believe that was 2:30 left
2
on the
minutes
clock.
30 left on the clock.
It may be 3:30 and our clock may be slightly out, but I would like to think that we're on it enough.
And that's some sloppy performance there. That should have been a block. Is that a block? Or
And I do believe that is going to be a blue, if not yellow card there. Simon Parsons there getting very annoyed at the amount of times he's been caught off ricochets, everything else. It's just got to his head a little bit. He sarcastically clapped to the player when they were happy after the hit. And yeah, I do believe that should be called as taunting. I believe
just frustration getting to Bedford Rangers here.
Yeah.
They've been up in a lot of sets and they've just, especially in that last set, they should have been able to close it out, but just getting unlucky, getting caught, a lot of deflection catches going up and being taken by Storm. They're setting themselves up for them and they're making it work.
And it does look like there are cards in
The hands of the
the
ref.
hands of the ref.
So I don't see anything being given yet.
I think this may be a blue card for Fowler for his protesting, unless it is a blue card for the player on court for clapping. Oh no, a blue card for Fowler. Crowd ripping into him a little bit there. And it does look like Simon is also stood in the penalty set box, which hasn't been marked, but he is stood at the very end. So I'm assuming that was 2 blue cards there.
So if Rangers do manage to close out this set, they would likely be a player down going into this last game.
Yeah. And the other thing is that even if they make a catch, Simon is not able to come back in.
Oh, and that's a lovely catch.
That is lovely control there by Dan.
So many catches going from Storm today. It's really made the difference, especially sets going down to 1, 2 players in it. The catches make a huge difference.
And again, it's this multi-ball attack. Rangers are setting themselves a little too much and just getting hit by multiple balls and not able to secure one. So
Rangers desperately running up 2 balls, and they will make the hit there. But they've got a lot to do and not a lot of time to do it.
And had Sam not released there, I do believe that would have been the 4 balls for Storm. So possibly a slight misstep there from him. Nice cover on the way back there, preventing Rangers from able to do anything.
You can tell Scotty really wanted to make that counter there, but Storm just shut him down.
Oh,
Storm again.
that is,
Storm feeling the catches, but they've got to make sure they can see this set out.
Slightly disappointing play there. Not only do they get the
a minute on the
block
clock
in and able to get 4 Storm themselves. So nice work by Jamie Craddock.
You'll see them just slowly walk up to this line, try and run that clock down. And Scotty tries to make the catch. It was there, but it just slips out of his hands. He can't secure it. Tamas goes for a cheeky shot, but Storm do spot it just before it gets to them.
He realised he had the 3 balls, so he's more than happy to pass over possession in the attempt to make a catch.
Storm going to reset on that free throw there. They're going to run up. Tamas looks. Both balls miss him.
And does get a hit on the free throw on Sam Laverty there.
Got about 30 seconds left here, 20.
And a 1-for-1 there. Jamie does get hit by Tamas's throw. But
I think we're down to
throwing
2 or 3 seconds here. They're not going to give anything away.
Storm just forcing Sam all the way back, and I think there's a little confusion about where the extra ball is. It is on Storm's side, so they do get called on it.
And that's a very high ball. Although he ducks down, so the invalid isn't going to be called there.
Storm making sure he is clear in exactly why he thinks it isn't. Just nice dodging by Storm. They know they don't need anything.
Looking for that catch, but the whistle goes. Storm are going to take the set and the game.
They get the win on that set because of it, and
both teams are lining up again.
3 minutes 30 on the clock rather than 2 minutes 30. So, I believe that is James Fowler allowed back in, which should mean Simon Parsons is back in as well, I do believe. No, it doesn't look like it. So, slight almost difference in the rules there. But because Fowler is a non-player, his blue card excludes him from play for that one frame, where then the blue card is over.
So we'll have to ignore the first half timer on the scoreboard. We're down to a minute set. So the set time is all that matters here.
And Fowler has been ejected from play again. This was still for the same blue card, so a slight confusion about whether he was allowed back into the area of play. And Rangers starting with a player down due to their blue card, which I think Fowler would be very happy as a trade. Trading a coach for a player on court is definitely well worth it. Scotty with a lovely pre-throw there on Johnny. Not able to get down to block it in time.
But the exchange is made for London Storm.
Yes, they're still a player up.
They're going to keep their advantage that came from that blue card.
Nice, sensible dodging there from Storm. They know they don't need anything. They're just happy to let that ball sail over their heads there.
And that's two big hits there.
No, I do believe that bounced, but that's really nicely done by Scotty. Slightly delayed on his
time.
Does manage to mean Rangers win this last set, but not enough to get the draw. Storm very happy with the win there.
The final score is going to be 14-10.
Yeah. If you could like and subscribe, we would love that. It would also let you know of any time we do go live, you will be notified.
And if it's your first time watching, you've somehow stumbled across this stream, you like what you see and you want to get involved, head over to BritishDodgeball.com.
If you Google British Dodgeball, I'm sure it'll take you there. There is a club finder on there. There are clubs spread out throughout the whole country, so there should be one fairly local to you. And yeah, you can get involved.
And we'll see you for the next game.
Yeah.
Unported Bees versus Wessex Wolves.
Bees versus Wolves.
St George's Park. My name's Greg Whitehouse and I'm joined by the wonderful
Dave Fressage. How are you, Greg?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Yeah, some good games already in day one. We saw Bees fall back a victory in that first game, beating Derby Phantoms. Both obviously teams with 3 wins, 1 loss. And then you've just seen Bedford Rangers lose against Storm, despite maybe Storm not having the strongest of squads.
Yep.
We were just talking a bit off microphone that obviously, you know, you're not brought up for the reason that, you know, you might be missing some players. Sometimes there is a bit of forcement in that, but you know, they don't bring up. You're not bringing up the worst players, and with Storm with such a large squad, you know, you have that big bag of opportunity to, you know, there's so much development within London Storm that you're bringing someone up for the sole reason that, you know, they're going to fit in that squad. These London Storm.
You don't bring players up from your 2s if you don't think they can compete in your 1s. Okay, they might not be the sheer quality of some of the players, but they have to be good, solid players who demand the respect, isn't it? It's the way forward.
You know, and I think dodgeball is so key that you might not hold all traits to, you know, agility, throwing, catching, but you certainly, you know, are going to have one of those traits that's going to put you in sort of the top spectrum in terms of dodgeball ability.
Absolutely. Here we have the battle of the new kits as well. Manchester versus Wessex, both sporting new black attire. What do you reckon to the new Bees kit?
I like it, maybe not as yellow as I'd like.
Do you like more yellow?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's the personality that they hold, obviously, as Manchester Bees.
Yeah.
Obviously, they still got, you know, the hive print on the back, the bee on the front. Obviously, it still holds Manchester Bees' personality, but maybe not as yellow as I'd like.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a good game. Obviously, Bees come off that momentum of that really good win against Derby. A really good spectacle, that one, if anyone was watching earlier. And it's been a quite a cagey start. Both 2 hits for both teams so far, is it? A player brought back on.
Yeah.
Number 25, Jeeves.
Both teams obviously equals now on players. 2 15-minute half for anyone that might be new watching dodgeball. Each 15-minute halves hold 3-minute sets. And in those 3-minute sets, if it goes to the end of the 3-minute sets, the team that will take the 2 set points is the team that has more players. Obviously, you can eliminate a team before those 3 minutes.
Yeah. If you do that, it's 2 points. If it's an equal players at the end of 3 minutes, each side gain 1 point to the match total.
Appleby just falling off as he tries to regain that ball that sort of bobbled towards him.
They'll be looking to finish this here, you think? Oh, a good hit on Benbridge, to be fair to the Wessex player there, but not enough to dodge the other 2. 2-0 Manchester.
I think when you're putting that post throw in, that free throw in, you're almost setting yourself in the body. In that body position, it's very hard. Not a lot of players hold that ability to be able to throw and reset their body in a
it's so difficult.
Yeah.
If you've swung your arm through to try and do
you put your whole body into it,
try and set yourself after, it's almost impossible. So you have to really commit yourself. If you're going to do it, you've got to be sure it's the right thing. Here we go for a quick start. No hit from Benbridge there. Another change lineup for Bees today. I think that's 3 different squads in 3 different meets for them so far. We see the return of Aidan Woodall, and congratulations once again to him and his wife Sean. Birthday baby Owen, good to see him back.
I've never heard a more congratulated baby.
That's a bit of a more celebrated child.
Within the world of dodgeball. Before.
Since the royal baby, probably. But also Ross McGuigan back today, which is big considering they don't have Robbie Angel.
Yep.
It's Angel, not Angel, isn't it? Yeah. I've heard that debate before.
Angle, I've heard. Before,
yeah, I've heard Angle, but Angel. So to gain those 2 while losing him is good for the squad. A lot of experience in that Bees team, especially with the signing John T. Bird, who's come in as well. Great addition as well.
We say that, and he takes the catch, nice, calm, and collected. He's almost in that set position. Probably not the strongest throw, it obviously.
Not an ideal target if you see someone already set there. You've got to be really backing your arm to do that, and a great follow-up hit from both.
Guy heads to the outbox, and now
what's the opposite to a commentator's curse? Normally say that, don't we?
A commentator's blessing.
Blessing.
Blessing, yeah.
A good 1-for-1 from Ross there, keeping the advantage for Manchester. 4 balls now, let's see what they can do.
Appleby, he sets himself with that pre-throw. It's the one we spoke about. He sets himself, and it's a good almost switch to get into that catching position. Obviously, doesn't find the securement of that.
Oh, unfortunate from Brown there. He's a very good dodger in the middle. Very agile. We played them earlier this season. He's very hard to hit unless you're throwing multiple balls.
And obviously that multiple ball, aggressive play style. The 3 ball obviously then does get the hit.
I think there's some subs now for Wessex. That's Tom Worrell on and Ewan Graham both come on. Add some experience to this team.
Is Ewan still playing the Scotland team?
I believe so,
right?
yeah. Are they having trials recently? Yeah, he was at the most recent
Yeah,
Euros.
they've just had trials.
They just had trials, didn't they? Them in Northern Ireland have gone first, haven't they? I think they both had theirs. I don't think England and Wales have yet.
Sorry, say that again.
I said, I don't think England and Wales have had their trials yet, but Northern Ireland have.
Northern Ireland had theirs last weekend.
Yes.
Yeah. And Scotland about a month ago it was.
False start for Manchester there.
From what I've heard, a couple of returning faces coming into that Scotland line.
I've heard the same. Be interesting this Euros round if they're selected.
Oh, well,
If they're selected.
But a good multiple ball attack from Wessex Wolves there. You know, maybe not the strongest of Super League teams, but they've proved themselves time and time again for being up in obviously Super League. They've kept their place.
Yes. Yeah, they're not. They don't have the biggest arms in the league, but they can be very hard to hit on occasion. Because the Super League likes to use a lot of single throwing, and it's not always as good. You can see the success Manchester are having with their group throws so far. It's really working for them throwing 2 or 3. I don't see why they'd change that at the moment, but it puts the emphasis now on Wessex to go back with all 5. No hit.
No hit off the 3-ball attack there. They did have 5, like you said, but only 3 players remain on that.
Yeah, when you're down, you really need those things to go your way a little bit. Here come Manchester now. Good block. Cross-court snipe from Adam there. Oh, lovely hit from Alex.
And Bees are just punishing Wolves every time when they're releasing those single balls from the wings. Bees are just making sure that they punish that.
Not giving them a second to think, are they? Straight in. And now Calm Clare. Do you think they'll release 2?
I can imagine they'll release 2. It then, you know, even if you don't make the hit, Wessex do have 4 in their hands. Badly hit there.
Oh, nearly an unbelievable catch.
Yeah, Brown nearly takes that catch mid-air, but then obviously not secured and hit out by the second.
Oh, good hit there. Ross tried to go 1 for 1. It's not worked. Okay, he's got all 5 balls here, I believe. Let's see what Jeeves can do. Big fake and no hit. Probably needs to go a little more aggressive there on Jonty or whichever target he was going for. Now Bees can reapply that pressure.
Single ball there, but no target. Bembridge just pushing the ball retrievers.
They're edging up here, Bees. Looking to go finish. Oh, yeah, unfinished from there.
I don't know if you saw Matt Wheel in the back there. Obviously, he goes for the sliding catch. I'm not sure if he ever made it secure or not. A nice display of agility from Matt Wheel there.
That makes it 6-0 to Bees. About nearly halfway through the first half here. Solid performance so far. Manchester very happy, and they're just bringing now on Aidan and I think Dan Newton over at 5 next to Matt. Oh, nice hit from Matt.
And Appleby, you know, he's going for those catches. He's not quite finding them every time, and sometimes that can be a bit of a curse on yourself. You're trying to push yourself. You're trying to redeem yourself by making catch after catch. Sometimes a bit of movement and a change up of your play is sometimes the most successful personality trait that a dodgeballer can have.
It must be difficult because we know a player like him can take those catches. We've seen it for years now. He's a very good catcher on his day. But yeah, sometimes you can't try not to force it.
I think Appleby's just telling Worrell there on the right side that if he's being aimed at and he's obviously not taking that catch, Worrell should be then punishing Bees, like how Bees have been punishing Wolves.
We saw that Aidan came back with a post-standing counter at the start of the set to get a nice hit, doing that there. Okay. Is that a block?
I think just blocks in front of him.
Yeah, it looked like it from here.
It was a good delayed throw, but as Bembridge as Aidan has sort of, not Bembridge is the other side, but as Aidan has sort of stuck low, luckily the ball's found it, sort of the block.
Yeah, Bees here can afford to put the emphasis on Wessex, let them come to them, get the double running counters go if they want. Maybe a free throw. There it is. Oh, and a catch from Ross. One of those aesthetically pleasing things in this sport, isn't it, to see a free throw catch?
Yeah. One of those deadly combos that a winger can have in their arsenal.
Wonder how many times we've seen players do that over the years. It's a tried and tested move.
Yeah. Because like we were talking about earlier, that a lot of players will aim for that player that posts free throws for the sole reason that their body is not in the best position. But,
if you're already down low, sometimes
throwing at Ross McGuigan, it might be a slightly different outcome.
Yeah, you got to pick your target, Kath. There, great pressure from Bees there and Aiden. Good dodge from Niall.
Drew Cousins now subbed on for the side of Manchester Bees.
Here we go, Wessex with 3. What can they do there?
Name from the start of Manchester Bees. They posted their 10-year photo, and Brew was in that. I mean, Brew looked the same.
10 years.
He just holds that face still.
There's also in the. Oh, it's a great catch from Worrell. Oh, lovely there. That's what we talk about those after throws after someone's gone. Tom had gone, but he was already set. Bembridge just throwing straight down where he was looking for. Right, here they come with 5.
But they don't find Badley, who obviously sort of drops down low.
That looked a painful one for him, the way he went down. That
I think when you drop onto the side, it's probably not the most comfortable of drops.
But a good hit on Aiden, which is nice to get that arm out of the way because we know how dangerous he can be. Here we go now. Good aggression from Tom. That's better from Wessex to see them fighting back a little bit.
Two-step aggressive counter,
Absolutely.
Because a lot of teams will expect a full-running counter, but when you're releasing it early off that two-step, sort of how quick it can still come in because it's that player distance that you're looking to shorten. Yeah.
And now it's time to see the game management from Wessex here a little bit. They haven't been up by a few players much in this game so far. They need to take advantage of this if they're going to make a fight back. A nice exchange there. Nothing, no result. But
no result from single balls. When do you look at start taking a timeout? A lot of teams, maybe you'd argue, would have already taken a timeout at this point, 8-0 down. Yeah,
you would think so, wouldn't you? Sometimes you need that reset, just, have a quick debrief. You can always know what's working, what's not. All you need to do is make one subtle change sometimes. And we're seeing that from Wessex so far. They've come out more aggressive this set. Good hit from Matt. Nice aggression from Ewan, but... Oh, great block from Brew.
That is lovely from Brew. He picks that ball up and he's got enough time to set himself for that swinging block.
Excellent reaction there. Catch from Matt and a free throw hit. And a tombstone from Ewan. Graham taking a great catch to level this back out again.
Yeah.
One below, sorry. I forgot about Matt's catch.
Bees made a catch the other side.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? Yeah. Matt made a catch and then gets caught. The classic 5 seconds of madness when the adrenaline pumps. Is it called a hit? I think that's 3-3.
He's actually called the hit.
It's called a hit on Adam Badley, I believe, there, right on the whistle.
Wow, and they've set themselves. Graham set himself looking for the catch, but Worrell has come out of nowhere with that single ball. He's clipped badly on the toes, whistle goes, and that is the first set point for Wessex Wolves. Like you said, they were up 6-4. We were looking for some time management and some game management. Probably not the best game management. Bees looked at taking a couple catches, but good for Wolves to take that single point.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunate slip for you off the start there, but they still get 2 balls and 6 players in. Here come Bees now. Start again. A lovely catch in the middle there from Brown. Takes out. Although Matt and Adam did throw, so now here's 4 balls. I don't know if that was Bees' plan there. A free throw and a catch from Aiden. No hit, but the catch is taken. Niles tried that there. Matt wasn't looking. He's got away with one there.
Yes, and obviously Bees are smart enough to then reset with the 4 balls rather than Aiden Wood will look at taking that single ball.
Sometimes, although you might see an opponent's not looking, the shot's there. Sometimes keeping ball possession and not giving away 4 or 5 might be more important. This early in a set as well. Good retaliation hit from Brown there. Aiden's charged forward, left himself exposed. The theme of this game a little bit at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Wolves with the ball possession again. They've got 3. Only a single ball release there though.
Yeah, good hold from Jonty there.
Bees are happy to slow this game down. They're 9-1 up. This is only the first half.
Obviously, Bees are an unconventional side in how they call. They don't. Most teams have one person whoever takes up a wing, left or right, does the calling for them. Bees have a central caller, either Aiden or Matt, whoever's on court at the time.
Really?
Yep. There's our Matt calling there with the ball in the middle. He made the last call when Bembridge threw the single as well. Is that? Oh, hit first. Dan Mason, the line ref's giving that there. Hamas to the side, wasn't sure.
I think centre ref, there you go, Jonty picks up the single ball.
It was a nice take. It's an unfortunate hit first. That's a very nice catch from him down low there.
Game goes 11-1, 1 minute set left. Obviously, any time under that 1 minute in the first or second half will counter a 1 minute set. That will be the last and of that.
Let's see now, shorter time frame. Can Wessex score more points back before the end of the half? Another lovely catch again. That's Adam being caught by Brown for the second time this half already. In similar circumstances. Good block from you in there. On the left. Here come Wessex. Oh, lucky from Tom.
Worrell pops that ball up, but when you're on your back foot, it's so hard to shift that momentum with yourself.
Yeah. Wessex throwing 2 there. There are no times against them. There's only around 20 seconds left. It does give 4. Oh, Jonty caught you in there. A lot happening in this 20 seconds. I believe that finished 4-3 to Manchester.
4-3 finish, so Manchester take those final 2 set points in the first half. Decent, a very good half from Manchester East, proving obviously themselves in that upper echelon of teams.
Yep. They've been in around the top 3 or 4 for most seasons, and this just shows why. Clinical at times in that first half.
Oh, I think they came...
Last year they came a bit lower.
In 6, right?
I think it was 6 because us, them and Storm.
It was very close.
All kind of pushed together. But I think our win against Rangers on the last day pushed us up to finish 4th. So if you're Wessex here, what do you think? What would you change up from what you've seen so far?
Damage management. For Wessex Wolves, team that remain in that Super League, you no money involved, but when you're in that Super League element, it does offer a lot of players to walk up. Yes. University graduates. They're always looking to move clubs when they finish university, but you're always looking, especially if you sort of are pushing in that upper region of players and skills that you have. You're always looking to go towards the Super League team, and if, whether it be a team 20-30 minutes down the road that might be a little further away from you, you're always looking to play into those Super League teams. Obviously, for them, they want to remain in that Super League. It's damage management here because they might not be coming into this game going, we might not be able to beat Bees, but let's keep the score close. Let's keep these scores the distance, our set difference at the end of the league. Nice, cooler number.
Yeah, people sometimes underestimate what set difference can do over a year at both ends of the table. It's so important, and if you know a game's not going your way, sometimes just using the clock, making time your friend a little bit. There's no rush. You've got 2 choices. You either play that slower game, like I said, damage management, or you go super aggressive and see if you can claw it back. Obviously, with that comes the risks. But it depends on what your I suppose, your team mentality is a little bit. But they've proven that first half. They had some great dodges, some lovely catches. Like, there's so much natural ability in their middle section, especially. They can be competitive. I just think the decision making just needs to be looked at sometimes when they start coming up court. These are applying that high pressure, and it seems to be rattling them a little bit in that first half. There we go, start the second half here. Good aggressive throw.
Hey, got that. Yeah, Wessex have been very aggressive. Already that one player up, 2 players out for Bees, literally within opening 10-20 seconds.
Good there, a good dodge from the middle player over at 4 for Wessex. Now let's see how they handle this.
And we talk, maybe not talk about as much as everything else, but that back wall and net, obviously when you change halves, you then have a back wall or a net behind you. You know, that is such a massive favour that play.
Really can.
When you're playing sort of against the back wall, and you're throwing to the back wall, you're looking at that ball's coming back to you. You can make slightly riskier plays, slightly more aggressive plays, hoping that ball returns to you rather than the net.
Oh, lovely hit there.
Yeah, badly, not the greatest movement there, and he's disappointed probably with himself.
He's looking at the wrong person, I think. I think the fake sold him there. He's looking left and the ball's come right.
Yeah.
Good fakes from Wessex.
Different targets from Wessex Wolves there, which is slightly confusing. When you're throwing 3 out of the 4, you're always looking to eliminate one target rather than multiple.
Yeah, you think maybe it's just some miscommunication?
Yeah, always the way. Or that play is to try and eliminate 2, obviously.
Yeah.
Newton is probably looking at the 2-ball attack on McGuigan that he hopefully is then slightly distracted and hit out by the single ball.
Yeah, good exchange for Wessex there. Some nice throws, but a nice dodge from Ross. And good block on from the holder. What you need, some... Oh, lovely catch there. Wessex have maintained the 4 players from the catch. Manchester down to 2. Wessex can keep doing this now. This is absolutely fine for them. Oh, Newton looking for that catch. Risky play.
Interesting, very interesting. Yeah, looking for that single catch off of Tyre on the left side. And Bees had to play aggressive there, coming into that dying part of the first set in the first half.
Oh, good fake. Now they've got all 4. There's nothing coming back. And no hits.
5 seconds left. 5 seconds left of the first set.
And a hit there. 3-2 Wessex.
Yeah. So that set did go the final 3 minutes. Wolves taking up their first win of this game.
To 33 to Manchester as it stands now. Good start to the second half for Wessex. We still need to look for a response. Not much better than that. Oh, nice hit from Jonty off the start there. They sold the fakes. They thought they were going to come back, and he's put a nice high shoulder shot. Great at number 8 for Wessex. A nice hit from Tom on Brew there. Worrell going off for Wessex.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to look for that catch though. He's got cover coming forward. He can just get out of the way.
I think he set himself to look for that catch, and when you're in that sort of knees down commotion and set yourself down low, it's so hard to dodge into another movement. Obviously he tries to slide out the way and pop slightly, doesn't find the dodge.
Here we go, Manchester making their play now, making the call early with 3. Using that little break while we clean the court up. See if it was worth it. Oh, Ross at the back.
Yeah.
It's a great hit on Graham. Well, then Ross has tried to go over Jonty's head as the ball's come flying over, and he's just not stuck it.
And Benbridge has obviously taken the target that when Wessex Wolves are looking away where they've thrown their ball. Benbridge just catches that single ball from backcourt and smacks players there.
Separate running counters again. I'm not sure that was the plan to cross like that, but it worked.
Works, yeah.
It worked.
And if it works, don't change it.
Nope. Who are we to judge winning tactics?
And nice, because obviously when you are Wessex Wolves and you're on the back track, you're almost expecting two balls to go to one player. And if it's ever going to be thrown to a different players, it's going to be opposite you. You don't rarely look at cross, because when cross balls come in, that's when you start looking at balls actually hitting each other.
Yeah. Nice block from Tom there. Here we go, Wessex with 3. There you go, good aggression both sides there to keep it level in players. Again, I think you keep seeing in second halves. I don't know if it's maybe fatigue kicking in and decision-making changes. I feel like you get a lot more exchanges and a lot more people maybe throwing when they wouldn't and releasing too early and things like that. Seems to be a theme of second half.
You often see it that it's almost sometimes towards the end of the first, and the reason is a lot of teams, when they're making changes, almost the first 5-10 minutes of a game is almost self-assessment and assessment of the other team before you actually start making those riskier plays. You start learning who's slow, tracking back, start learning sort of how they throw and their tactics, you know.
Yeah, you're kind of feeling out the game a little bit, aren't you?
1 for 1, Jonty takes his target as well.
1 for 3 if you're Manchester. 3 Wessex players out there. They'll be disappointed with that, but here we go. They've got majority now. Good block from there. Good pause. Jonty not happy with himself as he comes off. Maybe he went a little too early, but he's had a very solid game up till now. So everyone's allowed 1 ricket a match, I think.
And a 1 for 1 now. So Bradley and Newton face against Graham. The single ball comes in first. Gets on the 2.
Good dodge.
Got to come up quick.
Gets a hit.
Yeah.
Oh, well left though. He almost dangled.
He goes sniffing for the catch there.
Oh, great catch from Dan.
He might not secure it in his hands to start, but it gets stuck in between his legs. He puts a hand on it. That then becomes a secure catch.
The importance of body position. That's why we say people who dangle hands at things, it's dangerous. If he hadn't had his body behind that, that's not a secure catch.
It's almost that cricket block, you know.
Yeah, the long barrier. Oh yeah, Graham for Wessex will be disappointed there. He's done so well to turn that round and come so close. But again, he can't help it. A good catch is a good catch sometimes. More substitutes for the Bees again. Aidan Woodall back on. For Adam Badley. It's always a benefit when you've got squads this size and of this quality, when you can afford to have players like Aidan on the bench. Oh, but a double hit there. Ross has gone for the catch. He's not looked, he's pushed it straight into Aidan. It's a stroke of luck for Wessex, but they'll take it. Oh, then a catch straight down Bembridge's throat. It was good from Bembridge there. The player thought it was a safe throw because he's holding the ball. But then he just pops it in the air, drops down, takes a catch, levels it out 5-5. It's a lovely cross court from people there. Great throws.
You know, you've looked at that nice grouping, it's almost dislodged, and it has dislodged the ball from Graham's hands. That obviously then does force about when that ball, new rule change obviously this year, the ball then does have to become dead.
Yes.
It used to be a long time ago, if it bobbled in your hands, you were about the old 3-ball rules of...
It was so annoying when you could catch it so quickly. I think I prefer this rule now.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
That's a good hit on Ross. He got a good leap there as well. Nice delay throw, hitting him on the feet as he goes. Again, a good comeback from Wessex. They hold the nerve this second half a lot better. I've always said when teams kind of rush with 2 in and always in a hurry to counter, this sport is so much better when you're doing the throwing. Nobody likes being thrown at.
And Bees did have 5, obviously. Drew Cousins there does take the hit and a successful one, but if he doesn't make the hit there, you'd probably be thinking about yourself in terms of, was it worth the throw, especially when you had 5 sort of in your back pocket.
Absolutely. Has he called catching out?
Called catching out.
Catching out, he has indeed. Lovely take there.
A double catch.
No, there was someone else already.
Okay.
Oh, no, he's gone out. Great hit there. That is 1-on-1 again.
Newton, can he deliver again? He does. Sets himself perfect. Single ball, takes it.
Almost a replay of the other one.
That's his bread and butter. And a play I'm sure he'll be replaying time and time again. Wessex Wolves, a timeout.
Yeah. He's one of the lesser-known players in the Killer Bees lineup, I'd say, Dan Newton, because he's he's quite a quiet guy. He's not too big and bravado on court, but he's a very effective player. Just having a bit of issue with timing.
And there was no timeout.
There was no, just that. Dan taking his victory lap and taking a well-earned break now for a set. So Adam back on for Dan now. Okay, no hits off the start there. Wessex coming up with 3. Need a big aggressive hit, a good throw. And aggressive made a good dodge out the way. Much more cagey start to this set. Score is currently 19-3 to Manchester. Great free throw from Ross. And Bembridge, a double free throw straight opposite.
Worrell, that nearly actually sticks in him, obviously.
Yeah.
He set himself into that low position where we've seen Newton take the catches. Worrell obviously can't replicate that on the other side of the court. And it is grounded first, so obviously that ball then becomes dead before it's become a secure one. Badley pops up.
Oh, great take.
You hate getting caught by them. Obviously the ruling is if that ball isn't dead, it can be a successful catch can be made. Ball pops up.
Oh, good after throw on Aiden though. Yeah, those type of catches are worse to concede than the ones that get stuck between someone's legs or hands, because those are just, you can't help that. That's just going to happen. But when you've made a nice hit, if you've aimed high on someone and it clips off the shoulder and it just goes up in the air, you've done what you asked to do.
There's only one solution there. Aim low as Bruce Cousins does.
It's like he heard you.
Yeah, in his head. Single ball comes in, block and a block, goes low. Jonty goes for the tombstone.
Might have to pause time here. He's left a slight sweat patch as he's gone there. Time paused. Well, the last thing we need is anyone slipping over.
Yeah.
This sport has enough injuries a year. We don't need ankles going. We've got around 4 minutes of the half left. B's coming up with 3 now. Yeah, no hit on there. Wessex decide to hold. Not a bad choice. You've got 4 balls. Only Ross can threaten them.
Balls collide as Wigan and Brown both try to stand in each other.
Nice dodge from Jonty up high. Oh, Brown looking for a jump catch. Oh, almost. Adam there, very unusual. B's showing like to reset with the balls and go. This time he's chosen not to. I believe the play balls with Wessex where that ball is in centre court. Bembridge takes the catch. I'm not sure he was aiming for Bembridge.
No, but Bembridge knows, obviously, if that ball is going to come against Manchester Bees, it's coming at Brew, who holds that single ball. Bembridge tucks in behind him. An experienced move and an experienced tactic that players that have been playing a lot of dodgeball go for. It's that cover.
And players who know each other so well.
Yeah.
If your winger's going to step forward as a 2 or 5, you can just slot in that gap in case things like that happen.
I'm not sure if they ever tried to name that. It might have been the other British organisation that we had once upon a time. Tried to name that play. Oh, and Brew was ducked under too.
What was the name? Genuinely, I didn't know it had a name. Do you remember what it was?
No.
Oh, right. No. Drop some old school trivia then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brew somehow has stayed alive.
Dodgeball.
Niall Appleby walking off there for
Yeah,
Wessex.
they try to name the play that when a player in front of you dodges low and the second person takes the catch. It might have been called a hot dog.
We tried to train it for a few years. What a free throw. Very difficult to actually train. It happens so rarely.
Yeah.
Got to be a bit of communication with teammates, but a good aggression. Like I said, I think Wessex have been so much better in this game when they've been aggressive. Obviously, it opens themselves up to things like that happening, granted, but he's not looking at it. Oh. It's a great dodge. Oh no, just clipped him. I thought he got away with that for a sec.
Yeah, I think the two balls actually hit each other and then hit him, so yeah.
An unfortunate way to go
Very
out.
unfortunate. Now, 23-3. Manchester Bees racking up some serious set difference.
They'll be very happy with today, won't they?
Yeah, very good. A 2 from 2 and a good set difference in the second game, and a 4 set difference added to their tally in the first game. They won that game 15-11, was it, or 16-12?
One of the time. Yeah, it was within 2 sets, wasn't it? A very good day for Manchester today. Matt will come back on for the final few minutes. I think we only have around just over a minute and a half left, I think. He's looking to finish strong. Great block.
Newton these times can't take slip catch. Maybe he gets plus 10 catching when he's the last player alive.
Yeah, if there's no stakes on it, he's not bothered.
Yeah, that's it. They've already won this game, and a good result. The ball popped up.
Out there, didn't look to catch his other ball. I said, oh, good hit from Adam on the cover. All right, let's see how they finish. 4 balls to Wessex. Only 3 players though. Aidan coming forward, drawing the attention. Oh, and a great tombstone catch from Aidan there on top. And I believe that's full time.
I believe also
25-3 full time to Manchester.
it is, and that game ends obviously in Manchester Bees' favour. A great game overall for Manchester Bees.
Game.
Wessex Wolves not quite finding their routine and their rhythm in that game, but they did take a set and a draw, so not the worst.
No, and you know they've lost 2 sets to 1-on-1s as well, which is always tricky. Like, I don't think the scoreline necessarily reflects the performance. I think Wessex were very competitive in most sets, but this game isn't nice to people who are competitive.
Yeah,
You've got to win or you got to lose.
I think Bees in the end showing their tactical prowess and how smart they can be.
Yeah. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to St George's Park here for round 3, but today we have a little bit of a showcase match for you. This is Women's League 1 here on the stream. Wessex Wolves against Leeds Owls.
Yeah, that's right, and we're looking forward to a very exciting game here. So Wessex Wolves was very recently relegated, so they were in Super League last season, so they are a very, very strong team in the Women's League 1. And Leeds Owls has only just made a return back to National League this season. They were away, I think, for 1 or 2 years, so they're also a very, very strong team. So for Women's League 1, this is a very strong matchup, and we're looking forward to a very action-packed game.
And there we go, both teams underway. That middle ball is obviously picked up by Wessex Wolves. See what they can do with that.
One thing you'll notice is Wessex Wolves do love raising their hands behind the people who are walking up to throw the ball. I think this is quite an age type, like you can see they're kind of like raising their hands. I think they're trying to basically distract the other team and yeah, distract attention from the throwers.
Did it work?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
It's quite an old sort of thing. It actually got banned by ball retrievers, because ball retrievers used to do it behind gameplay, but I believe in the ruling now, I don't think you can do that as a distraction.
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently it was very commonly used when dodgeball used to be played with 3 balls in the UK when it first kind of came about.
Yeah, it was a Minotaurs tactic actually. Nigel Page-Wynne, who's now retired from National League Dodge.
Right, so Leeds now has 4 players, as do Wessex Wolves. Leeds has just lost 1 player. Beautiful dodge from Wessex there. Player 18 on the wing, that is Jones. He's doing the calls at the moment. 3-ball call, and that pays off. Player 20, Caitlin Walsh, out from Leeds Owls. Bit high from Leeds Wolves.
Yeah.
Leeds Owls. I've merged the 2.
Frankie Bell there, player who's been around for a fairly long time now.
I've also been told to say rip to Lauren Gallagher's finger. Lauren Gallagher from Wessex Wolves. Hope your finger's feeling a bit better. Fortunately, she's not here to play with Wessex Wolves today.
Broken it.
I have no idea.
Just rip finger.
Rip. R.I.P. Single ball release from Leeds Owls. Great dodge on the double counter.
He's looking for that single ball catch. It's something that Bell has obviously always done. She's so good at taking those single ball catches. And now just 1 player deficit for Leeds Owls after eliminating another Wessex Wolves player.
Play 2's been called for Wessex Wolves. They have 4 balls currently. Good release there, a great dodge from Leeds Owls. I believe that is Erin Carroll, left on court. They're 28. Play 2 is called, but that is time on the first set. So first set goes to Wessex Wolves. Pretty close game so far, don't you think, Greg?
Yeah, very close first set. Wessex Wolves obviously only just edging forward. They do obviously eliminate all Leeds players. They didn't eliminate all 3, but obviously the 3-minute played out, and obviously at the end of those 3-minute sets, if one team has more players, they'll win the set points.
Single ball release from Leeds Owls. Player Sophia Van Moritz. A lot of faking from Wessex. Great to see. Two-ball release from Leeds. Well dodged. player Bowen there opted for a dodge. It was quite a high ball. Wessex Wolves are also known for being great catchers. So it'll be interesting to see how much they rely on catching versus dodging in this game.
Now, both of these teams looking for the title in League One. Obviously, that title will give you that promotion. Obviously, second gets promoted as well, but it's always nice to get promoted by winning the title.
Absolutely. Nothing better than a gold medal at the end of a long season.
What's a gold medal?
Trophy? Gold medal?
I don't know. I've never won one. I'm joking. Maybe not recently.
Neither have I, to be honest.
Once upon a time.
Oh.
Graham rips the whole net off.
Bit of an accident there, but time is still going on. Refs haven't paused time, even though the net's been dismantled in front of our very eyes. Distracting for the players, but they're all staying focused. No out since. Right, we're at 5v5 now. 2-ball release, great block from Jones.
Yeah, she's got low on that. That's obviously an aces call. One slightly higher than the other. Gets low, she blocks low, and that's good. She's looking into that running counter. It's the momentum she's looking to carry forward.
We have Zoe Wells on the wings. 2 release there. Three-ball release, pays off. Jones is hit out. But also, there's a trade there for player number 9. That's Becca Willis on Leeds Owls side. Zoe Wells come straight off. No, decides to hold there. Strategic hold. Now, Leeds Owls have 4 balls, so hopefully get a good hit there. 3-ball release. Oh, goes for the catch, but not quite. I think that set goes to Leeds Owls, is that right?
I believe so. They've slightly moved the scoreboard, so
You can't quite see.
it is 2 apiece.
2 apiece, there we go.
Middle ball picked up by Leeds Owls, but no quick start off that one.
Very strong single ball there, great accuracy from Sophia. Really important with those single balls to make sure that you're not throwing somewhere in a catch. Really going for those toes or off to the side. Oh, Zoe Wells hit out there by player Dixon.
That stomping of the foot that we don't see from a lot of players, but it's almost that distraction sort of fate, because when players are throwing that ball, they stomp into the ground to push their momentum forward.
Yeah, so it's kind of emulating part of that throwing action, isn't it? I think it pays off most when you combine it with the hand motion as well. I think sometimes players do stomp very vigorously, but if the hand motion doesn't follow through, then it's not as convincing as a fake as it can be. But definitely a great distraction tactic, nevertheless. And again, we're 3 versus 4 now. Wessex Wolves up by 1 player. Single ball release, but Sophia dodges there. Again, we're seeing a lot of motion going into that potential catch, but deciding not to go for the catch again. 2-ball throw to Bowen. Double counter, great dodge. Will she counter again? No. There we go. Great little rally there.
A 2-ball attack, not a successful one from Leeds Owls, so Wessex Wolves now will have 4 balls. Can they find the target?
Ooh, is that a hit?
Yeah, it is. The delayed ball from Chadwick has
Hit Sophia.
yeah.
Looks like she might have hurt a knee or a foot or something there. Hopefully she's all right. Can shake it off, we'll see.
Single ball attack again. Owls looking to play a little more defensive now that they're only a 2-on-4.
Some would argue the best defense is offense, though, Greg.
Agreed. But sometimes, you know, when you're that 2-on-4, you've only got 2 or 3 balls. It's hard to play aggressive.
True.
Because as soon as you're throwing that 2, it then gives Wessex Wolves Wolves, who have 4 players on court, the 4 balls.
More opportunity then to get the hit out there. So yeah, defensive Leeds Owls. Just like's happening now. They've got 4 balls. Let's see what happens. Great dodge. Fantastic Owls. Now they've ended up with 4 balls. They really need those hits now. Time is running low, so they've gone for those single ball throws, and it's time for that set.
Yeah, they've gone for different targets. Obviously, the coach has told them there's not long left on the clock. So obviously, with that, they then throw at 2 separate targets, hoping to find that momentum shift in the dying seconds of the set, but it doesn't go their way. Wessex Wolves now up 4-2. And 5 minutes left of this first half.
Lauren said, thanks guys, appreciate it. Rip my broken finger. So yes, it is a broken finger. Sorry to hear that, Lauren.
Oh, and a double hit.
And Bowen. Oh, no, Bowen's out from Wessex side. Double hit on Leeds Owls side. That's Sophia, and I can't.
I don't even think she realises that she's actually made the double hit. Ball pops up.
No, not quite a catch. Oh, same thing happens to both teams. Ooh. A lot of single balls going on here. A back and forth rally 2 or 3 times. Quite a few hits that were almost catches but rebound off and then don't follow through. Again, we're left in that 4v2 scenario. Wessex Wolves 4 players, Leeds Owls 2 players. Let's see what the strat is here, Craig.
Play aggressive, look at throwing 2 of these 3 balls. I can imagine will come in. Single ball gets released from the pre-throw, which does now give Wessex Wolves the 4 balls.
Oh, beautiful hit, and then a catch from Zoe Wells. That evens the play. In fact, no, Leeds Owls is up by 1 player at this point.
She got the standing off, and takes the catch, so obviously eliminates 2, brings
clip
1
back,
player.
Clip back. We will have that on the highlight clips. Sorry, carry on. Beautiful game changer there from Zoe Wells. Let's see if it pays off. It's 2v2 now. Oh, another catch from Zoe Wells. Absolutely stunning performance. Well done, Zoe. Oh, hit there from Tangai. Leeds Owls are still up by 1 player. They went from 4v2 to 2v1. Great dodging from Wessex Wolves.
Yeah, she drops that single ball. She's looking to actually take a catch, but instead heads high because you're heading high on a 2-ball attack. Oh, she looks for the tombstone, but Zoe Wells catches her low and makes a successful hit. She's changed that set around. Very good dodgeball from her.
Absolutely. Stunning performance from Zoe Wells. 2 minutes left on the half now. Let's see how this last set goes. I believe it's 4-4, is that right?
It's 4-4.
Very even matchup so far in Women's League One. Fantastic game. Ooh, that's a hit before it's a... No, yes, it's a no catch call there.
She was hit out first, I believe.
Yeah, there was a 2-ball release there. 1 hit her leg, but she caught the other one. It's just about the timing of that catch and that hit. So if the hit is before the catch, that catch does not count. So now Wessex Wolves left on 5 players. Leeds Owls with 6. Arms are up, trying to distract the Dodgers. Beautiful catch from Leeds Owls. And now they are up by 3.
And like you said, maybe the best defense is offense, and they've done just that.
Great block there.
Yeah, fakes come in. Obviously, you're trying to make those players move first, and then when the throw comes in.
What would you be doing now if you're in Wessex Wolves' position, Greg?
Start looking for those single ball catches, because Leeds Owls, look, see, they're not throwing the 2 balls from the 3 ball. They know they're giving away majority, can be deadly.
Critical now. I believe less than a minute left in this half. Great dodging from Wessex Wolves. Making sure at least they're not losing any more players from that court. Again, 1 or 2 catches can really change this game around. Catch there! Beautiful from Wessex Wolves. Now it's 5v4.
Could be a blue card there. Zoe Wells has got her hands up. I think she's claiming that when she's been hit out and then got her hands up that she shouldn't be aimed at.
Now the refs have paused time and they're discussing what's happening there. Let's see what the refs have decided. I think team captain there is having a conversation, or coach, not captain, having a conversation with the ref, clarify what happened. Ref Kirsty Lund there coming on Wessex side to clarify. And it looks like player Chadwick is out.
And probably blue carded from that situation. It is a blue card offence hitting a player and they've already got their hands up and they're out.
That is very unfortunate, as Wessex Wolves would have been 4v5, so they would have had a much better chance at turning this set around. Leeds Owls now on 5 players, Wessex Wolves on.
Yeah, that 2-player up, you can start being a little more aggressive now.
And now 3 players up.
Yeah, Barkley doesn't make that dodge. She is hit out, and now Leeds Owls with the 4 balls. The 2-ball attack, a deadly one from Leeds Owls, and they've really started to find their rhythm and their momentum in this game now.
And that's half time. Score is 6-4 to Leeds Owls. Again, fantastic position to be in for Leeds Owls, considering obviously Wessex Wolves, they could be considered top of Women's 1 League. They were in Super League last season, so it really kind of shows that Leeds Owls are holding their own. Going to swap sides now. We'll have Leeds Owls closer to the camera and Wessex Wolves over on the other side.
Now, Leeds Owls also do have the back wall in their favour. They can start looking at being a little more aggressive, because when you're throwing those 2 balls, you're always looking to get those balls back in your favour. I believe that Wessex will start this set with 5, just because of the blue card situation that happened before the half.
That would put Leeds in a significant advantage in the early sets of this half, so let's see what happens.
She was already in the throw-in motion. Obviously, some people watching not happy with the call from the ref. Even if you're in the throw-in motion, you should be able to stop yourself. That's sort of what a ref will distinguish.
Yeah, it is a difficult scenario to be in. Sometimes players can be quite tunnel vision, focused on the game, not realise what's happening, not realise a player's out. But that's right, if a player is out and they have both of their hands up indicating they're out, ideally they shouldn't be thrown at once again. But at the end of the day, the ref's call is the ref's call.
Yeah, and that's why we have that ruling that the player's hands, when you are out, your hands go up. You know, a ref will always distinguish on how long the player has their hands up for, and if it's a significant amount of time, then what they'll call is that is a blue card situation.
And so to clarify for the viewers, what happens if you're blue carded?
If you're blue carded within a set, you miss the rest of that set as an out player. You can't return to a 6th player, but you'll also miss the following set also. Right,
okay. In this scenario, the player was out of the rest of that set, and Wessex played this next set with 5 players.
And you know, people are saying that the women might not be able to grip the ball. Yes, if you might not be able to grip the ball and you're in that swinging motion, but if you can swing it around and release it, then you should be able to swing it also in the favour that you're releasing it behind yourself.
That's right, and that's valid both for a sidearm throw and for a push throw.
Yep.
So whether you're doing overhead or whether you're doing around body, you follow through that motion and put that ball back in. Using that second hand that's free, hold that ball back. Now, again, it is a very difficult. Yes, sometimes, you know, it might slip from your hand. You might actually risk letting go of that ball and having an invalid, in which case you're out as well. So it is a difficult scenario, but at the end of the day, the rules are the rules. The refs can only do their best to make sure that.
Good question. Should a player be able to invalid to avoid hitting an out player? maybe it's something they can look at after the season in terms of that, but obviously they'll always look at the invalid. Now, if the ball is released sort of as the hands are going up, it's sort of a rest decision on that.
That's right, yeah. If the hands aren't up at the moment the ball releases, then the player obviously doesn't know that the player that they're hitting is out. So
if the hands are up before the ball is released, then obviously the ref then distinguishes that you know.
Well, Wessex Wolves have 6 players on court, and we begin the second half.
So I think what they called last set then wasn't a blue card. The player was just out for that scenario.
Sure. Beautiful throw from Bowen there.
Yeah, probably disappointed that she doesn't make that hit there. We know how aggressive she can be up court.
Absolutely. Oh, great throw from Sophia. Now for Leeds, have Jess and Erin Carroll on the wing. So she actually has a kit that says Harding, but that is Erin Carroll, number 28. Forward kit. Beautiful pre-throw there from Jess. Her surname, I do not want to butcher it. I believe it's, how would you pronounce that, Greg?
Goshawk Dumbrell.
Goshawk Dumbrell. That's what we'll go with.
And this is obviously the Women's League One showcase match, but on the other court, what's happening in the Men's Super League, Meteors are currently drawing 6 apiece to Coventry Silverbacks.
Oh, beautiful 3-ball release there. Yeah. Unfortunately, Bella's out.
Yeah, normally, like we say, she'd normally like to look at those single ball catches. Picking up, obviously, a catch from that 3-ball attack is always very hard, and this time she doesn't.
Leeds Owls, even with Wessex Wolves, 5 players aside. Not sure what happened there. I took my eyes off the court for 1 second, and now it looks like Leeds Owls have 3 players, and Wessex Wolves have 6. Down to 5 now, so it must have been a catch and a hit from Wessex Wolves. Now there's a 2-player difference. Wessex Wolves on the run up with 2 balls. Beautiful block there. Back away.
Yeah, Bowen trying to force Willis to throw. It's a tactic that she's done quite a lot. Is when she's on her track back, it's the clap hands and the, you know, almost the come on, throw at me, sort of I'm going to catch this.
Absolutely. You can see she'll make eye contact and really try and bait out that catch. Ooh! Catch attempt there, but not. Ooh! Catch from Leeds Owls.
Yeah.
But then a hit. Lots of things happening there in one moment. We've gone from 5v3 to 3v3.
A good catch from Goshawk Dumbrell, and that obviously does change the game. It makes a 3-on-3, and both teams will take a set point in that.
I bet Leeds Owls are quite happy with that, considering there was 6v3 at some point.
Very good, and it keeps the momentum in their favour. Obviously, losing that would have forced it back into the hands of Wessex Wolves.
Refs a conversation. They've asked for the captain to come in.
So maybe just refs have called a little less talking from that.
Oh, okay, so it looks like what they're having a conversation about is what we were discussing on the stream, where is it player Bowen kind of baits out a throw there. When she's on the backtrack, she makes eye contact, claps her hands, and does a come at me kind of hand gesture. It looks like she's just getting a warning for that.
I think maybe
she doesn't seem very pleased about it.
Yeah, it's what some other players would possibly class as taunting.
Yep.
Always a tough one.
Interested to hear all of your opinions in the chat. Would you say that that is a taunting motion or not? Let's see what chat has to say.
The headshot clarification, I believe, has reverted back from that 3-tier system that we saw at the start of the season. It's now just gone back to rest discretion on what we class as a dangerous headshot. So if you're taking someone's head off at close range, obviously it's going to be deemed an aggressive play and probably an unsafe one. But if that player is heading low and you aim low and they sort of dodge into it, it's not classed as anything. It's almost just classed as a normal play. It's only when sort of you're taking someone's head off and they're stood right in front of you where it's deemed as an unsafe play, and cards or outs can be called from that play. Yeah, we reverted back from the 3-tier system. It just proved everything a little bit confusing and difficult to ref. A 2-ball attack from Wessex Wolves. So both teams even with 5 players.
We've got both perspectives in the chat here. So we've got some people agreeing that it is somewhat of a taunting motion and should be treated as taunting, whereas others kind of understand that some can describe that as hyping yourself up. I think apparently Kelly describes it as hyping herself up to get that catch. So it's not kind of aimed at the other team, it's her doing her own thing. Oh, beautiful hit there, but catch off the rebound. Oh, that leaves Leeds Owls with 5 players against Wessex Wolves with 3 players. Yeah, it's a difficult scenario. I think at the end of the, hit there from Leeds Owls, so that leaves Wessex Wolves with 2 players now. Leeds Owls are up by 3. Yeah, at the end of the day, it is whatever that ref is deciding. Oh, fish for the catch, but decided last moment not to go for it. The right decision there. Oh, that fish was not the right decision, unfortunately. Wessex Wolves with 1 player left. Having a great time on court, it looks like.
And the
no hit, yep.
The 2-ball attack. Obviously, they think they've hit Barkley in that play, but they don't.
No hit called there on Barkley. Taking her time here. She's obviously got a majority of balls. Being the only player left on court, needs to preserve her energy and really go out in bursts there. Oh, miss! Interesting. Again, a lot of hand motions going on. For some reason that player's called out. Not sure why McGowan's been called out there. Yeah, we'll have to watch that back. Either way, that set goes to Leeds Owls.
That momentum that they had in the first half is still going into the second half. Obviously, they took the draw in the first set of the second half. Then they take the win. Now the score is 9-5 to Leeds Owls. So Wolves are going to have to win this if they want to start looking at still taking the win in the game.
Absolutely. And they absolutely will want that win. As we've mentioned, Wessex Wolves are a very competitive team. They've come to this league and they really do think they are the best, and they are the creme de la creme of the Women's League 1. Let's see how this game will wrap up. No hit there, player 49, Frankie Bell. Owls are very dynamic, but also very well kind of structured in their approaches, making sure they're going together. Ooh, catch attempt there. Successful. Leeds Owls with 4 players now versus Wessex players pointing to their retrievers to get that ball that's off court. 5 balls on Wessex side.
7 minutes left of the second half and of the game.
Ooh, 5-ball release on 1 player. That is very difficult to dodge. Good effort though from Caitlin Walsh. Tried to go for a catch forward of a high up. Get hit, unfortunately. Hit. Leeds Owls going up with a 3-ball. Getting free thrown, but recovering quickly from that, releasing 3 balls again.
And obviously, when you have 3 balls and play ball isn't called, you can happily release one and then reset, release one again. Obviously, there is no play, especially when you've obviously made that play. The refs can't call a play ball on that.
Absolutely. Just saving a bit of time so that you can kind of figure out what you want to do with the remaining. 4 balls on Wessex side.
So what are we thinking? Can Leeds regain? Can they keep that lead that they've got 9-5, or are Wessex Wolves going to look at making that comeback? And as we talk about that, Wessex Wolves make a successful hit now, a 5-on-2.
This set is a difficult one to turn around for Leeds Owls at this point. They're trying their best with the free throws. Unfortunately, another hit there. Looks like they've lost their footing a little bit in this set, but they are still up. Is that right? What's the score at the moment?
Currently 9-5, and
9-5 in favour of Leeds Owls.
yeah, and if Wessex win that, they'll be within that one set.
That brings it up to a 9-7. So we'll see.
So close to securing the catch, but Wessex Wolves make an aggressive play, and all 3 are bunched together. Obviously, you're not going to make that catch if you head low, and an aggressive one.
Good effort from Erin Carroll over there, though. It is difficult when you're the last person on, got 3 balls flying at you. Good effort. Just having a quick conversation before the next set kicks off. Our score is 9-7 to Leeds Owls. Enough time for 2 or 3 more sets now. Three balls goes to Wessex Wolves. 2 on Leeds Owls side. I think it's Jess and Erin ready to go on that. Oh, pre-throw. It seems like Leeds Owls are pre-throwing quite a bit and leaving Wessex Wolves with 4 balls, which does leave them quite vulnerable.
Play ball was called there, so Leeds did have to, Wessex Wolves did have to throw majority.
Again, Leeds Owls left with 1 ball.
Looked like a hit there, but refs calling bounce. So now Wessex Wolves with the 4 balls. A 3-ball attack in the centre.
Hit there on Caitlin.
Yeah. Very aggressive. Yet again, it's that neutral zone that they've looked for. All grouped together, and they do just that.
Wessex Wolves do love a multiple throw, don't they? They seem to be converting quite a high number of these throws into hits. Ooh, single ball release now from Wessex Wolves. Almost a catch from player Frankie Bell, but not quite. Just to prove me wrong, I was just talking about Wessex Wolves and their multiple. But just 2 ball release there on Jess. Very high pressure again from Wessex Wolves. Really applying a lot of pressure, trying to waste that time. Oh, no hit there. No, okay, so one ref is calling it a hit, the other's calling it no hit. I believe that was a hit.
No, the refs have called bounce, but I thought she blocked it into herself.
Yeah, she did. She blocked that ball, unfortunately, into her own leg. She obviously doesn't know what is happening because she's looking up and forward. So Sophia might have thought there that that ball bounced off the floor and then hit her leg. So it is up to the refs to make that call.
And that is what is also always so challenging as a player, and a lot of spectators don't always realise that, and it's sometimes the most frustrating things. And a rebound catch picked up.
Clip back, clip back, clip back. That was beautiful. Rebound catch. Rebound off Wells. Sophia makes that catch. But again, that is very difficult because if that was called a hit on Sophia, that would not have been a catch. But we are now even. Wessex Wolves to Leeds Owls, 3 versus 3 players.
Yeah, what we were saying, and can be so frustrating, especially from a spectator. You're seeing it and you see the play.
Yeah.
Sometimes as a ref, but the play happens so much quicker. You know, as a spectator, you can rewind it, you look back, you've got time to assess the situation.
That's right.
As a ref, you're almost judging it there and then in the play. But the set here, only 1 minute 45 left to play, both teams with 3.
Beautiful blocking there from Leeds Owls. 3 versus 3. I bet Leeds are quite happy with that result. Wessex Wolves are hyping themselves up. Timeout called there, I believe. So teams are just regathering, trying to figure out what their strategy is with a very few minutes left of this game. Very close game, very close matchup. It can go either way. Let's see what chat has to say.
Maybe just talking about some players calling other players out. Depends, yet again, it's one of those ref things, and I think as every season goes, we'll really start to look at what players can and can't say on court. It's always hard in that situation. The ref should be making the decisions, not the players. It's always distinguished on how aggressive that player is being, with their hand motions, obviously. If they're shouting at referees, shouting at the other players to get out. The score with Meteors, I believe Meteors have just gone 12-10 up. Probably not long left in that game either. The Storm versus Derby score I can't quite see, so I wouldn't be able to assess that and say that. But the score on this court, and the most important score, because obviously this is the one you're watching here and now, is 10-8. Obviously that last set, a draw, Leeds up 10-8. 1 minute 23 left on the clock. Roughly.
It might be a bit longer than that.
It might be a little less.
Yeah.
Who
Less
knows?
or more,
Who knows?
We'll see.
Yeah.
Not long left.
One block comes in. Both teams playing the defensive play style until majority comes into their hands.
Free throw there from Wessex. About 6v6. It looks like both teams are kind of taking their time and making sure they're making the right decisions here. Absolutely critical at this point in time. Beautiful dodge from Sophia. Oh, hit there on player 21 on Wessex Wolves.
Yeah, so Leeds up that one player.
Hadwick out now. Block on the free throw. Play 2 has been called for Leeds Owls, so they have to release 2 balls. Free throw made there. Trying to utilize, Wessex Wolves trying to utilize that pressure on Leeds Owls to release those. Doesn't quite convert into a hit.
Yeah, it's almost a free throw that you have, especially when they're on the play.
And now Leeds Owls have 5 balls.
Deadly, this could be deadly.
Let's see what the call is. 5 players walking up. 4 ball release on 1 player. But Sophia is out. So we are at 5 versus 5 players. Wessex Wolves on the run up. Oh, a hit on the foot there.
Yeah, so they're now up.
Erin Carroll.
Yeah.
Wessex Wolves are up. They can potentially equalise. That release going right in between 2 players. Not sure if that was the intention, but they really do need a hit at this point, Leeds Owls, to get this set on their side. Ooh! Is that a catch or not? The refs call it as no catch because the whistle had started blowing. The set goes over to Wessex Wolves.
So the showcase score does end 10-all.
10-all, what a tense match. This has been controversies littered left, right and centre, but at the end of the day, beautiful match to watch. Well done both to all of the Leeds Owls players as well as the Wessex Wolves women. Fantastic game. Now stay tuned, we'll have one more Super League men's game on, and then we will be going on to... What are we going on to after that?
Men's League 1.
Men's League 1.
Yeah.
So afternoon will be Men's League 1, and then in the evening we'll have another stream for women's.
Yeah, next game on, and the final game, like we've said, of Men's Super League is Spartans versus Sheriffs. The score currently, and close to finishing, and the Meteors Silverbacks game is 14-10 to Meteors. But for now, goodbye.
Yeah, thank you. Goodbye.
Hello, and we're back with the final game of Men's Super League today. Got Nottingham Sheriffs at the bottom in green versus Leamington Spartans in red. Leamington Spartans currently sitting at second in the table behind Meteors. The winners from last season, so they're obviously looking to take this game away with a win. Right, teams are lining up, ready to get started. Hello.
Who's playing?
These two.
Come on then. Another one. Oh, this is it. Hi everyone. Are we on? Hi everybody. I'm sorry I'm not Tim, but this is the best you're gonna get.
It's not Tim and Tom. You're getting
It's not
Tom
Tim
and
and Tom. It's close. Who's playing? Oh, it's Sheriffs versus Spartans. This was spontaneous. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm just gonna get up to speed and then I'll start
You've
commentating.
missed nothing.
You missed nothing.
The game's just
Brilliant.
started. And both teams are still with 6 players, so
Nothing has happened.
nothing
What's your
has
bets,
happened.
Tom?
Oh, big catch from Dom.
Oh, Alex.
What are my bets? I think Spartans. I mean, if they want to keep their position at the top of the table from last season, they should be closing this one out.
Yeah, they need it. If I'm going to be honest.
I mean, they've had a rough start.
Yeah.
An early loss to London Storm in their first game of the season.
What a great game that was.
It was a great game. But it means they're starting behind. Meteor's currently at the top of the table, and I believe they had 2 wins today as well. So
just about. It
just
was
about.
close. I'm going to be honest. If you didn't catch that of the game, that was close.
It was a tight one.
Coventry came out all guns blazing. I'm going to be honest. Meteors had to fight real hard. But yeah, now we got
double counter coming in. They're gonna hit that.
It was like Ben was looking for a catch there. Ben was like, maybe I can take this.
Jamie Hughes fully commits to that one, but I think that's a duo you don't want countering you there.
Now, do you know what? Part of me, I kind of want to bet on Sheriffs a little. I've just been
big dodge from Ben Cole. Sure, this pressuring.
Ben Cole is going for style points only. If he's going to win this, he's going to win it with pride. I was chatting to, I'm going to call them an anonymous Spartans player, obviously, and the current summary of Spartans play is hit and miss at the moment, which I think is ironic in a dodgeball game, but let's see how it goes.
No! And Straub just left on his own. Ben Cole gets hit.
Straub is like, I'm done with this. We're ending this now. Ben, you've had your fun. Here it comes. That makes it 2-0, 2-0 for Spartans.
It's a shaky start, but it's a strong start for them.
Do you know what
they want?
So far, interesting. It's not a one-sider. I want the game to be fun. It's more interesting for people viewing, I suppose.
They're definitely going to want to tidy it up in the next couple of sets, but...
Yawn, I want the drama.
Oh, yeah.
Give me the drama.
Unfortunately, what we want and what they want are not the same. They just want to win. And big dodges coming out, but he's going to get hit.
Alex was
delayed ball
this time. He's like, I'm done with being caught. I want to play this.
He throws low, he throws hard.
Yeah.
No chance of the catch. There's a player down.
They're 3 balls. They do love a 3 ball. Throw a single. Not sure where it's coming from. You know what though I've noticed about Leamington? That they love a single from the middle. They love it. Where it's coming from. Edgy bet is that it's not a tactic that was used very commonly, I don't think, in maybe last year, but not so much the years before, but it's definitely becoming... There you go again. Becoming more of a thing. Alex fumbled there, but it was a mid-air trying to catch it. So good.
A couple of exchanges. Leamington going to lose 2 players there.
A 2-for-1, but that makes it even. For this one. Not the middle this time, but no!
Dave goes low for the catch. He doesn't get it.
Dave had it, and he passed. It was like in rugby. He passed it on. It didn't stick with anyone.
Josh Keys comes up, Again, they were looking for a single from the middle, but the free throw comes in, they predicted it.
Yeah.
They threw at the right target at the right time, and they make the hit.
Josh stuck his butt out for that one a little bit. Spartans, though, still with the upper hand on a 3-2.
Making it close for us as well.
Yeah, I reckon it's coming from... Oh, they're going to hold. It's going to come... Oh, 2 balls now.
Played 2 called for them. And a big free throw. He makes the hit and the dodge. Sam goes low, gets under the balls, and hits the foot of Lewis Diggins. Double running counter comes. Sam Ward goes high, gets hit.
I'm surprised he didn't clasp his hands together there for a catch, because that is one of his specialities, a mid-jump catch.
And there goes Neely, run up to the line, big fake.
And they finish it now.
And with not long left of this set, Lem will just want to close it out, and Neely makes the hit. A little bit cleaner from Leamington that set. And Lem go 4-0.
What do you think Sheriff should be doing now then? What do you think where's it going wrong, do you think?
They're getting hit
But you're not wrong.
relatively easily at the moment.
They
I think
are.
a lot of singles coming from the middle. I mean,
Yeah.
you saw towards the end of the last set, they started to predict that. They put the free throw in.
Yeah.
I think now they've got to be thinking, again, a single from the middle, this is what they need to do.
Ben Cool
If you
stuck
predict,
it.
if you know where it's coming from, it's an easy catch. There's one ball coming at you. You can watch that right into your hands, and that's exactly what Ben Cool does there. But Straubs comes back with a
Straubs is
lovely...
like, no, I'm having none of this. You're out.
Jamie Hughes just can't get low enough, and Ben Cool.
What happened to Ben Cool?
Ben Cool gets called up for a back line foul.
Back line. That's a real shame. They often rely on him to get players back in. Well, I say that, Sheriffs are known for love a good catch, so I suppose anyone left on really. Oh no!
Straubs, just,
Oh
if
no!
it works, don't stop. It's another one.
Sam dodged it, immediately fell out the court. And like, we need Straubs out really, but they didn't seem to manage to get the hit there. Straubs hiding himself well.
Leamington looking to take this nice and slow
I reckon
now.
from the middle.
From the middle. Who
But
would
they
have
went for a
thought?
twofer. Dave is gone. We're down to 2. They're hitting a lot down this Sheriff's left-hand side here.
Oh, Josh
Maybe
Keys.
maybe the right needs to maybe put a little pressure on to prevent the ball going down this left-hand side on Sheriff's side, and hopefully that'll help them getting hit out. What a catch, but hit first. Really good honesty. Well done. Tried for a cheeky there.
Dom loves a cheeky throw. If you're not looking, there's a ball coming at you. The free throw comes in. Straubs
one
will
more
play
to
it.
throw, but they're
Straubs
going to
will
throw them
play it
all.
safe. All the balls come in.
Why wouldn't you throw them all?
Oh, yeah. And Leamington starting to look like a put-together team now.
Sheriff's doing a swap over. We're swapping, I think, Jamie for Jordan. Is that what's happening? Yeah. Let's see if a change in scenery might help. Maybe a little bit more pressure for the Sheriffs. Stop their balls. But players being hit by single balls will help. If they can do it.
Middle ball goes to Sheriffs this time round. What are they going to do with it? Don blocks the free throw down, and Finn gets hit on the return.
Yeah, takes it on 2 single balls. The pressure's quite flat on Sheriffs. Thankfully for them, nearly missed.
Sends the ball high into the net.
Proper high. I think that was a lovely hit and a lovely return.
Big hit and catch.
Dave, never do 3 things, passes it on. Well done. And a hit there. They're down to 2 balls now. They chose to throw 2 through that 4 ball. That's good because there are quite a few players up. So we're down to the 2 players with 3 balls now. Again, very flat pressure by Sheriffs. They're letting Spartans come all the way up to that throw line without having any pressure put on them. So they've got their full wind up. They're not worried necessarily about being returned or, being countered or being pre-thrown too much.
Leamington have got plenty of time on the clock here.
They have.
About a minute 40 left in the set. They can see this out. They can slow the time down, or they can even try and look for Look for a couple of hits.
Oh, they can be hit. Unlucky Alex there on the back heel, I think that was.
Neely's looking for anything he can get. He drops. He does make the catch.
Dave, you know when Neely's on the ground, you know he's still looking for that catch, and he gave it to him too light. I think Dave even knew that
position.
too. He went, why did I do that? Why?
It's such a tough position to throw against. You hit him on the leg, it's going to roll up. Anywhere in the chest is going to be caught.
Your main aim really is to maybe get two of you, and maybe Sam could have thrown there as well with him. But do you know what? Sam's there for the catches.
Yeah, some really nice catches coming in from Sheriffs now. They found what they need to do. Got just under a minute left on the clock. He's got 5 players to deal with here.
It could almost be worth throwing 3 with a 1 delay there. There we go. Dodgeball. No one else? Are we not? I think I'm too old, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there's Ben Cool trying to style it out again.
And big catch from Dom Holmes.
What a catch from Dom.
That's what they needed to clear out the set.
Spartans, Sheriffs from now on, 6-2 to Sheriff. No, we're not. We're 6-2 to Spartans.
6-2 to Spartans.
That would be a turn of events.
We've got about 4.5 minutes left of the half here, so it's going to be at least 2 sets. Sheriffs could potentially bring this back if they win these next 2.
Nearly a catch by the retriever, but what a leap, what a leap. 3 balls now with Spartans. No pressure again on the Sheriff side, they're so scared of them.
Actually trying to get up off the floor there, struggling a little bit.
Cross court there. Still 6 players to 6 players. No hits yet.
And again, another single from the middle. Predicted, but couldn't quite get.
I can make quite a lot of money on this.
Couldn't quite get his ball in the way of that one. He's going to go out. And Finn blocks that catch up. Attempt at a cross court there from Ben Cool, but
Spartans properly taking control of this game.
Spartans,
we're down to Sam Ward. Let's see what he's got. A lot of time. A lot of time.
He's got just under 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But he has a full team of Spartans who are just going to catch his ball on the deflection.
Practice that deflection catch, haven't they?
That set was hardly over a minute. Spartans looking strong in that one.
Keep you updated. On the other court, we've got Rangers versus Storm 2. It's 5-1 for Rangers. I can't see the scores for the women's matches, but we've got Bees 2 versus Sheriffs 2. And on the far court, Derby 2 versus Spartans 2. It's a twofer. Twos v twos.
2 lots of 2.
2 lots of 2v2s.
Leamington coming out. They're going to throw 2 balls this time.
Well dodged by Sam there. Dodged by Neely. Look, his time getting up there though, didn't he? It was like a little bit puff, but I'm sure he's fine.
Single coming from the right, and they get hit on the counter, so maybe Leamington have been struggling with the singles coming from the wings here.
A little bit more fast play. Sheriff's maybe a little bit more chaotic than Spartans.
Sheriffs do release the 4th ball.
Neely's called himself a hit. I thought he blocked that there, so fair play from Neely. We've got a 6v3.
And with
Sheriff's favour, but Dave, it would have been a beaut had he managed to receive that, but unfortunately it was not to be.
It looked like it was there, but I think he had a Ben Cool to run through.
He did have a Ben Cool in the way.
Big dodges from Leamington there, Tetley going right down to the floor.
What Spartan's gonna do now with the 3 balls. See where it comes from. I'm going to predict it's going to come from Straubs. Prediction?
Hit down the middle. There
what was I thinking?
And it is a hit.
They're throwing
Leamington
a lot
block
of these
up.
counters
Alex Harrison gets caught slightly too far up the court, and he's punished for it.
Sheriffs are throwing a lot of these counters at the ball, and that one worked. Their first counter didn't work out, but their cross-court counter came in and took that hit there. Big dodge there from Jordan.
About a minute left on the clock now. Leamington have got 2 players.
going to come from. 2 balls.
Straubs does get hit with a 2 ball.
One from Tetley.
And Sheriffs are going to close that one out with a 1 minute set.
Sheriffs were taking no risks on Straubs there. He's been having them down that left-hand side this last part of the game, so I think it was a wise move to throw 2 balls down that side. And that cheeky single coming in to finish the game. What an ending.
And Leamington are going to take that middle ball, not cleanly, but they will take possession.
It is quite hard to beat Alex Harrison. I must admit, he is quite speedy.
Single from the left here.
Blocked straight back.
They'll be happy with that one. They'll take it, reset, and they'll go again.
Single from the middle.
Now Sheriffs take possession. Straubs with an easy block.
What a shot and a catch. Hit and caught. Unfortunately, they've got no, well, all fortunately, they've got no one to bring back in there, but it did make for a glorious bit of play, you know? Betley there, taking out Jordan. Josh coming in there to take out Neely. Interesting bit of play.
A lot of returns made here.
Taking out Ben.
2 players out for Sheriffs. They need the hit here.
They did not get
and
the
they
hit.
don't make it.
It is a 3-4. That was chaotic at the end, and unfortunately, Sheriffs threw some stuff away there.
You can see the frustration there.
No.
There's so little time on the clock. You just put everything into those dodges, and sometimes you just can't get out of the way.
Just not to be. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been your first half. We have been your commentators. We'll see you in the second half.
It was 10-4.
10-4. The Spartans.
And we're back for the second half. Both teams are lining up.
Live stream. These are your commentators. We nearly forgot to turn the microphone back on, but it's all good. We're here.
Don with a quick start, straight at Finn, block back. They'll take those 3 balls and they'll reset.
Sheriffs there looking to start to get a bit of a hand. I think they're starting a little bit quicker this time. They've gone for that middle ball. They've, although they did throw quite defensively. That second release was a little bit less defensively. Oh no.
Straubs back again in the second half. Nothing's changed.
Straubs is just, I want this game. We're going to win it. And we're going to win it by me hitting everyone.
And your toes are never safe.
No,
you got a ball, no ball. They'll hit you anyway. Really strong on that right wing today.
Again, Spartans coming up with a 3. There were at least 2 there. So
Sheriff's desperately trying to get that hit onto Straubs there. 2 balls released at him and he's just gotten out of the way.
I feel they may have become a little tunnel-sighted. They've only got Straubs in their sight.
And a clinical 2 ball.
Yeah.
Leamington are very good at making use of that possession. You give them 4 balls.
Taking out
They're very good
there.
at making that hit.
Then cool.
Goes low, almost manages to pluck that one out there, but it just bobbles out.
Honestly, I think he's only going for style points. He catches it with groove, or he doesn't catch it at all. Then they're the 2 options for him.
And Sheriff's down to 3 players here with 3 balls. They're going to try and get a hit here.
Jordan
And they
there.
do, but
that
Straubs.
is unfortunate. I don't need to describe that.
They managed to hit the player they've been looking for most of their set.
But took himself out in the meantime.
But passes it straight to another player for the catch.
Oh dear.
Does not go in the way of Sheriffs.
No. What can these 2 do? We've got Sam and Dave.
Got just over a minute left. They've got a lot to do.
A wall of
They
Spartans.
do make the hit.
That's 1 down.
A lovely
4 to
aces
go.
call. Drew out the block. Leamington are going to slowly walk up.
Sam there thinking, I'll take that catch. No, never threw it in. Good fakes on this side of Spartans. Oh,
And
that's a
easily caught from Finn there.
very few options there. You would throw defensively at ball, which gets you nothing realistically, or you throw one in the middle 2, both of whom are looking for a catch. So
And I think with 30 seconds on the clock, he made the right decision.
you've got to do something,
You've got to do something with that ball. And again, nearly Leamington just showing that if you throw a single ball at them, they're happy to just sit down and take that catch. The confidence is really starting to come through now. They're starting to get desperate on these hits.
Definitely quite a lot to be said about the mindset potential teams. Spartans, obviously last year's winners, come in expecting to win, having that mindset of they are maybe potentially the better team, so that they probably feel a lot more confident on the court. Sheriff's not that they should not feel confident, they're great players.
Tetley looks like he's going down, stands up, takes the catch. Leamington really on fire with the catches in these last couple of sets.
Sheriffs, I reckon, I just feel like they're probably feeling like they're having to fight for these games because they're playing, obviously, last year's winners. So you can probably see a little bit more of the chaotic play coming from the Sheriffs compared to the Spartans there. They were a lot more clinical.
A 2-ball attack went out of Leamington, but both balls missed the target.
But I will say, Jordan, really good control there. He was saving for the 4.
Got himself nice and high, tucked himself out the way, didn't get drawn into the block. That's going to be 2 hits there for Sheriffs.
Here we go, Sheriffs. They're like, okay, let's see what we can do with the time we've got left.
For 12-4, they've got a lot to do, but 11 minutes on the clock.
You never know.
Never know. This is dodgeball.
This is dodgeball. And they are Spartans. A good hit on
Hit by
Tetley
2
there.
balls there. He did look for the catch, but hit that the wrong ball maybe.
Spartans going to do with these 3 balls now.
That's a cross court from Alex Harrison, but they can't make it work.
Great counter there
Lewis
from
Diggins
Ben
hit on the
Cool.
return.
Oh, what a move there. He fakes his dodge, managed to get back onto his feet and jump high, clean over Straubs' ball there. Really good work, Ben. Nice little move there from Dom.
Leamington's just going to give away 3 balls there, and they're just going to play on the defensive, see if they can find an opening.
Probably look for a little counter
They've
here.
got just over a minute left, but the 2-ball attack comes in on Straubs.
Come and take out Straubs.
Draws out the block.
Again, good choice there. 2 balls on Straubs. They want him out. If they lose a player while taking him out, they'll still be up. So that was worth there. Really good work.
What can Alex Harrison do? 1 minute on the clock. He's got 5 Sheriffs.
Oh,
And he does make the catch. But the hit on the second
first.
ball has been called before he secured that catch.
It was a great move there by Alex. Unfortunately, just could not secure that in time.
He did about as much as he could in that situation, but
Yeah.
the second ball came in.
Rotation here now. The Spartan. And the Sheriffs. 2 rotations there. We've
Got Matt Manns coming on for Leamington Spartans.
and who came off for Sheriffs? Sam's come off for Sheriffs.
Jamie Hughes back on. Was he on?
Jamie Hughes is back. I can't remember who was on and off in the last game. You are right. Jamie Hughes is on. So yeah,
He may have come back on. I don't know.
Oh, it was Josh Gordon that came back on. Yeah, Josh Gordon's come back on.
There we go. What can Sheriffs do here? They really need this set if they want to stand a chance in this game.
Holding a much higher line than they have been before. They're giving a little bit more pushback on the wings when they've got 2 balls there.
Yeah, this last set win looks like it's given them a little bit of confidence there.
Yeah, they have there.
Even the fakes coming up, they're looking strong. They just need to convert this into a set.
Maybe they're just having a bit more fun. They're trying to enjoy it a little bit more, take someone out as they go.
Listen, to keep hold of 3 balls, but they throw 2 of them and Tetley goes low.
And they threw 2, but 2 thrown in return. Unfortunately, Sheriffs couldn't get the hit there, but Spartans could. But we're back down to 3 balls to Sheriffs. Let's see what they can do.
Need a big hit here, and they do get the hit onto Matt Manns, but the response.
Yeah, counter there. Their winger for a mid player.
A lot of these exchanges just about going the way of Leamington.
Close on Straw, but he got his hands out of the way just in time. Three balls again from Sheriffs.
Big pressure coming from Leamington,
Ben
and a
Cool.
cross court almost hits Ryan Neely.
I think pretty much every one of Ben's singles are cross courts, so it's definitely something to be watching out for. If you suspect he's throwing, it's most likely to be a cross court. That was a good double hit there.
Massive for Leamington there. They take the player advantage. Ben Cool goes low. Look very close to that line, and he is going to go out there.
And in true Ben Cool dramatic fashion,
rolls
off the court.
Right, teams are even in this set, and some big dodges come out. They managed to draw out 3 balls from Sheriffs.
That's a 4-ball attack now from Spartans. What Jamie Hughes do in return? He can dodge. He dodges the first 3. First 2. Good effort. Go down to David Jordan against quite a mighty
40
Spartans
seconds.
team.
They've got time here. They're only 1 player down. They need a hit here, and they don't make it.
Right. Finn,
and the 2-ball attack comes in.
Has got the dexterity to get over that ball.
And 1 catch here will make things even, but Leamington are not going to give this away.
No, if there's one thing Leamington are known for, it's their control. So they're not going to take those risky plays.
15 seconds. Grobs gets out of the way of that one
They're going to have to throw. They're probably going to throw 2. Jordan's going to get a cheeky one in there
with 5 seconds.
Play 2 called.
They will play 2 balls, but they will probably just throw safe. Oh! He goes low, he gets his hands to it, but he just can't quite pick out the catch.
Jordan did everything there that he could. He threw that extra ball, so they ended up with that play 2 because they took that extra bit of time to come at him. So he knew that they had to throw 2. He picked 1. He went for the right one, just did not secure it. But good effort on his part.
Just over 6 minutes left of the half now, so
oh goodness,
should be about 2 sets left. I don't think Sheriffs are going to be able to do this unless they pull off some spectacular hits.
Realistically, you're right. They're not going to make this turnaround, but they will definitely be looking for these points. They don't want to.
John jumps off. Oh, but he line faults on the way out.
Oh no.
He tries to jump off court to grab that catch in the air, but with the jump he steps on the line, so that catch will not count. And now a 2-ball attack manages to get 2 hits.
Sheriffs will be looking to claw back every point that they can. Set differences in this league this league so far has been quite a interesting result. So every point is going to count.
And Straub's just continuing to show his form in this game. Easily plucks Dom out of the air there.
Good throw by Straubs. Coming in from the right. Oh, and a hit by Jordan on the edge of the foot there. Good throw. Cross court again by Ben.
It's going to be 2 balls. Ben goes low. Straubs gets the block. Goes for the no look across. Goes straight through his legs.
Good effort, Dave, for getting out of the way of that, because I don't think anyone was expecting him to throw there.
And Spartans will be very happy to just play the time down here.
Definitely.
Straubs goes low, and he does manage to get out of the way.
Still smiling, still enjoying himself.
And Straubs is just on form this game.
Isn't he? Oh, Josh couldn't secure that. Again, we're down to Jordan and Dave. I think we've been here before, haven't we?
Spartan's happy to play slow, but who needs to play slow when you can just catch everything?
Who needs to play slow when you can win quick?
Nearly looking for that ball.
I reckon they'll throw 2 here.
They'll probably want to close this one out. But the free throw comes in.
The free throw, and now they'll throw together.
And now at least 2 balls going to be coming out here. The 2 ball.
What a catch,
but Jordan Taylor just stands.
Good work. They know he's looking for that catch. That's probably why they waited for that free throw, so they could regroup. and throw more balls at him more safely, but unfortunately it didn't pay off. He still managed to secure that.
Even with 2 balls, he still just stands and catches. Dom looks for the catch on the pre-throw.
That was bold.
But it's just slightly come faster than he expected.
Although they did manage to hit Finn, so in the end it did pay off.
And what can Straubs do? He's got 40 seconds on the clock and he's got 2 Sheriff's players to get out.
What a question.
He looked for the
Jordan
catch,
looking
but
to
the
throw safe there.
ball dropped short. And here comes the counter. Will he release? No.
Oh, interesting! Dave, he had him in his sights and he kept control of that. I'm not sure what he did that
They've
for.
seen what Straubs can do and they just don't want to give him any opportunity to try and take this.
Left?
But with no balls, he gets a free shot and he makes it count.
I reckon Dave is going to regret not throwing that earlier.
Yeah, and that's a massive catch for Jordan Taylor.
Well done,
It's not going to
Jordan.
change the game, but it just makes a difference in that set. In a league where set difference means so much.
Good work, Sheriffs.
And I believe that's a timeout called for Leamington. They'll be just looking to clean up this game, make sure they close it out.
I will give it as 8-14. So realistically, there's still not enough time to win. But 10-14, even if they manage to win this one quickly, it could be 12-14. That's a properly respectable score. So probably how the 2 teams came into this game, the mindset that these 2 teams came into this game with. Storm there conferring. Dan kicking the balls away. Having a bit of fun in the timeout. Sometimes reffing can be a bit dull. You've got to enjoy the moments while you can.
It looks like we've got just under 3 minutes left of the half, so...
Oh, it's going to have to be a quick game if Sheriffs want those extra points.
Leamington will be very happy to just see it out, secure the win.
Definitely.
But we've seen what they can do. If they can win it quickly, they're going to win it quickly.
Why draw it out when you can win it quick? Apologies for the lack of vision in the front if it's disrupting your view a little. Some of the games around us are starting to end, so people are moving towards their courts for the next game. On the other courts, just to make you aware, Rangers have won that other game. Realistically, there's no way Storm are going to come back with the time that they got left. And unfortunately, I still can't see the women's games. Sorry, I should confer it. Storm 2, not Storm 1. To avoid the confusion. Good low throw by Finn there, keeping it safe. I think they are throwing a little bit more safe, Spartans, in this game. You're right, they're definitely trying to draw it out.
And that's a massive single from Jamie Hughes. Hits Josh Keys and bounces straight into Tetley as well.
Dave Poole there, looking on the side, a little bit flustered, but not really. He'll be fine.
And that's 2 balls coming in from Sheriffs. They do make the hit. He calls himself out for that one.
Fair play.
And Sheriffs realistically could close out this set. With a minute and a half left, well, from 3 players up, now 2 players up.
Jamie took a hit there on the leg from that 2-ball hit. Sheriff's probably across, no, not across court. He threw down and low at Neely, trying to get it to spin under his blocked ball. Stand there defensively, maybe trying to sit for that catch if it was there, but good dodge of getting out of the way of that ball.
Sheriff's coming up nice and slowly. 2 balls are going to be thrown at the middle. Matt Manns.
They're throwing 2, I think, to try and get this game tied up a bit quicker.
Matt Manns a difficult player to hit in the middle there.
He is, isn't he?
Dom manages to pluck that catch out. He seemed to think it's a catch.
I actually think it was a catch too, because I think there was I could see blue floor between the ball and the floor, I suppose.
Yeah.
I actually do think it was a catch.
I can't see how it wouldn't be, but
I think they might be considering whether it hit the floor first or whether he trapped it on the floor, but I don't think he did. I think it was right up against his ankle.
refs are just trying to work out.
Bit of conferring.
See what the decision they've made is.
The left-hand side, I've no idea.
They are calling the catch.
Catch call.
And Alex Harrison leaves the court. And with just under a minute left of the game.
And Sheriffs closes out and get an extra couple of points on the board.
I mean, 10-14 is already a fairly good score.
That would be good. Can they get it to 12? I think that's what's going through their minds at the moment, isn't it?
They're just playing it safe. They just don't want to give any opportunities because we've seen what Leamington could do.
Oh, that was unlucky. He thought he probably had that catch there, and that other ball came, probably distracted him and not secure that.
Yeah, he's gone for a fairly safe free throw there.
Josh trying to get his legs out the way and free throw. Unfortunately, didn't pay off for him.
Leamington with about 15 seconds left on the clock.
They're going to try and win this. They're going to hit at least 2 more players to capture that draw, but Sheriffs now potentially changing their mindset, thinking let's just win this in the less than 3 minutes that we've got.
Happy to take
We'll
this
take a
set
10-14, yeah.
See Sam there, run up to the line, no need to throw.
Spartans here, nothing to lose now. But they might as well. They could lose an extra set. But
And the whistle should be about to go.
good dodge there.
Nearly
by
goes
Sam.
for the catch, but not there.
8 seconds
8
remaining,
seconds left.
according to Catherine. But Gareth has blown his whistle. It's the end of the game. The game ends. 10-14. Spartans. Ladies and gentlemen, we apparently have another set.
It's going down to a minute set.
We apparently had over 3 minutes, so we're going down to another set. It's all right, Maddie. Everything's fine. We've got an extra set because, you know, we love dodgeball.
Who doesn't?
Well,
If you're watching the stream, let's be honest.
let's be honest, you're not watching the stream for any other reason.
That's a big dodge there.
Sorry, we can't see if you're chatting with us, guys. Anyone chatting with us, Maddie? Anyone enjoy the game?
Joskies tries to go to the side, and
Sam!
falling backwards, just can't quite secure that
Tried
ball.
to do a tombstone, but I suppose an already down tombstone, but it didn't quite work out for him. Who said that? Hannah Casserole, thank you very much for the love hearts. I appreciate it. I'm here for a 1 game only.
Special guest appearance.
Guest appearance.
And Leamington's getting
falling
caught out
apart
there.
here. This is likely to be a 14-12. Do a commentator player of the match? Not sure. I don't.
I think I'd have to give player of the match to Storms.
Yeah,
for the
let's be
consistency
honest.
throughout the whole game of just, no matter who's been opposite on the wing, he's just been taking those shots and hitting them all game.
Do you know what, ladies and gentlemen? That was a fabulous game. I've enjoyed it
And
thoroughly.
it's now definitely over.
Well done, Spartans, but really good work, Sheriffs. That ended 14-12, so probably a lot closer than people were anticipating going into this match.
I mean, Leamington did have a fairly comfortable lead, but again,
Sheriffs fought hard.
and that's going to help them out at some point in the season here, because
will.
we've seen how tight these tables get.
A point loss of only 2 in this game is definitely going to work in their favour. Yeah, I think that's the end of Men's Super League, is it not?
It
Men's
is indeed.
Super, you have been great. We are
Now moving on to Men's League 1.
and Men League 2 on the other courts.
So-
I'm going to go to Nando's. So other restaurants are available, because I know there's not the BBC. But enjoy yourselves, have some great dodgeball, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Like and subscribe. That's what people say, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.